it's a holiday weekend, so I couldn't get it into a mechanic.
Yeah.
Those bastards.
Annoying.
Alright. So do we want to start without Sarah? I'll bring up her character sheet.
Ooh, she's kind of essential right
Yeah,
now.
so that's pretty integral to the, but I mean, you guys could certainly bring up her character and look over things that she might do to save the day. I'm sure she has many spell slots left other than 9 at level.
I don't know if I have access to her character.
Why would she use that slot? It just doesn't make any sense.
Deflect.
Just don't understand why anybody would
It's all really
do such a thing.
confusing. It's very arcane.
That poor guy who had his brain eaten out, she felt he could do to live a little longer.
Man, I feel bad because I know he's just gonna die again. At some point in time, he's gonna die.
Everybody dies.
We're all gonna die, brother.
Can I get a beer and move it?
And walk by this and chop on him and he's gonna collapse.
No, I wanted crisp pills.
Ah.
There's 2 missing from the fridge, so I must have taken one.
Did you take it upstairs with you?
Or outside?
No, there was one missing when I got mine.
Oh, I think there's...
It's good news. She's got fireball.
Mm-hmm.
Mother was immune to fire,
Oh, you're at her.
so this should
Oh
be
yeah,
as
Sarah
well.
was whining about all of her damage being fired.
Sarah. Okay, Sarah.
I mean,
Sarah.
she's.
Let it go.
Are we all on the other side?
I don't.
Well, I think the 2 of us are still on this side,
We're
being grappled.
so we
On the wall
all
of force.
teleported to the other side, and then tentacle person got the tentacles over the wall of force,
Mhm.
and then got us.
Yeah.
So I think we're still. I don't know mechanically
Right.
if we're like in that touch distance or 5 foot, or I'm not 100% sure.
And we're at the top of the round, and she's.
So she's got plane shift, which might work.
Pulling it for. There we go.
She's got teleport, but
I mean, she used to mention her to get me over here, but she can only take 1 person.
Mm-hmm. And she probably can't bring anybody with her for the Misty's death.
so it's teleport, plane shift.
Oh, comprehend language.
Stop!
Yeah.
Freezing her way out.
Look, we have our first
Are you
harvest.
sure you really want to eat me, monster?
Look at that beautiful potato.
We'll roast it, split it 7 ways. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think,
That's
Evan?
cool. Cute little
Uh,
tiny potato.
I mean, we could also go violent on this thing. She's got Tasha's mind whip. We could try and attack it. I mean,
Right.
yeah. I don't.
And counter
This
spell
seems,
that tries to damp away.
it's invisible, but we're being grappled by it. Does that mean it's still disadvantage?
Is it invisible?
Zero also has see invisible.
Yeah, but I mean, if we were fighting it, it's invisible, but it's grappling us. No, we're invisible also, right?
I don't. So it cast no. So I was grappled when it casted invisibility, but then has it dropped invisibility because it's attacked us again?
I think the invisibility dropped one of the attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, it got advantage on one of its attacks and didn't have advantage on another one. So I think, yeah, it lost its invis there.
But we're both grappled, Nazira is not.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I feel like, based on this thing, we probably want the full party here to deal with it.
right. We could figure like teleport and turn invisible and do a bunch of other stuff. I don't know if we get away from it.
Yeah, I don't.
You're in no shape to be fighting.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm bottom of the round too, so.
I mean, if we do mind whip it, it can't take reactions. If it fails an intelligence saving throw, which means if we break loose, we could at least get out of its grasp and get away from it.
Where's the creature go? At the bottom?
I guess so. It must be.
Goes whenever it wants to. It's a legendary beast.
Yeah, it went most recently. Like we did
Okay.
its turn at the very end of
But
the
it
last
just
session.
grasp you.
Yeah.
But it does get the layer effect, right?
It does have layer action, or not layer action, it's a legendary action.
Why did you say layer on our board?
Do you guys have experienced some layer action, but they've been intermittent, and it's not this creature, it's just being in the
Just the
hive.
space,
Yeah,
okay.
the deep mind hive.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that might happen intermittently.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is no layer.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave it on there. It was helpful for me to just be reminded that that's an ongoing thing
Okay.
as well.
Wait, I don't know any of these spells.
Yeah, the only ones that really jump out at me would be plane shift and teleport, but teleport's a little more risky. Well,
What spell slot is it?
7, which she's gonna really like coming back to.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Opposite.
Does she have disintegrate for that wall of force?
She does.
Isn't she the one who put up the wall of force?
She is. No,
No,
the layer
she
is.
did.
Yeah.
No, the layer did.
I mean, plane shift is, yeah, I think. How long though?
It's an action, lasts for 8 hours.
What if this thing can go to multiple planes
Yeah.
of existence?
We're already in outer space. Maybe it's got powers.
I don't know if it counts as being a creature. It means try and banish it.
No, I mean us.
Right.
Yeah, get us.
I mean, we could try and banish it also if it's.
It's a saving throw. It's risky.
Yeah. I mean, there's no saving throw otherwise?
And I know we're far
I
away.
always heard that charisma for banishment.
Yeah.
I know we're far away.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us. How do we know how far away we are?
8 more rounds of
8?
base,
Or they were
base
500
movement.
feet?
How far did
Right,
you go?
we're dimension door distance away.
Dimension door was,
That's right, it was
500,
feet.
and then
So,
Joel, I think, moved the
120.
most at 120.
right. I think I moved 60.
But the other problem is you don't know exactly where you're going.
Right. Yeah, because I could have potentially tried to dimension door there too, but it's risky. And I mean, I don't have a ton of spell slots to.
So Nazir would have to do a melee attack against this person and hit it
To try
in
to
order
send
to
it away.
banish it.
I mean, if we bounce away, how long does it bounce us away for? Or do we have to find it? Wait, how do we get back?
I have to teleport, but I mean that would have to be shippy, and then that's the safest I think way to get back. But
And then everyone else is kind of left to the mercy of this thing if we bamf out.
Yeah, it's
I respect that decision.
Yeah. It's just you 3 guys there, I think.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
Figure out how to get all 3 of you out.
What's Sunbeam do for us? Crazy tough damage, isn't it?
You guys so far, if my notes here are correct, have not attacked it a whole lot. Is my point.
I don't believe we have. I mean, for all we know, it could be weak, but
It's also a creature with legendary actions and could not be weak.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Very hard to.
Go away, mother.
Would it be possible if we were to ban the message?
We're all connected by Rory's.
Is that going to work with plane shift?
You can tell us beforehand.
Distance. I don't know if the spell does that or not.
So we could just say we're fine, hold up, and then figure out how to get back.
Let's
Just
try
a-
it. Let's try to play it. Let's do a round of damage on it and see if we could. Well, because it seems like vamping away is going to be difficult to get back, and we don't know if we'll be able to group up again.
Do y'all have any way to heal him if he goes down?
Yeah, I got heals.
Okay.
Just long rest and get another wish spell.
Yeah.
before resurrection again.
Yeah, it's just out for like 8 hours, and then clearing out for exhaustion. I'm good with that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, that sounds like a party.
I mean, what damage could she do that's going to be most helpful to get out?
Maybe the mind bolt?
3D.
Just because then it can't use its reaction.
What's psychic?
Oh,
New
it's probably
snows
the immune
needs to
side.
get.
Right.
Yeah,
Shit.
that doesn't help.
Alright, 44, 2D, yes.
Oh man, yeah, psychic damage and fire damage. She got a lot of it.
Disintegrate that wall down, bro.
She does have disintegrate.
The wall's not really. I mean, she can target it without interacting with the wall because it's like up above the wall, and then it grabbed the two and pulled it over. So it's like preventing her from like getting in melee with it, but unless she like climbed over it. But it's not preventing her from taking a shot at it from range.
I mean, at that point, she might as well just disintegrate the creature.
Can she touch it? Oh no, 60-foot range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking disintegrate this thing.
It's a good spell.
Yeah.
And she crit on it too. I don't know if you saw that roll.
I never saw this moment.
That is a note. Why don't you guys just roll one of her what was the
Foreseen?
Yeah, the foreseen die that she had.
Portents.
Portents. Because she didn't even have access to her notes on what those were last time. So if Elsa arrives, why don't you guys just roll one that you can use as a.
I feel like I can fuck this up. for
Feeling lucky.
14 plus her what?
It's just that's just a 14. So just
Okay.
remember that you can change any one roll this game to a 14.
Very lame roll. My vote's disintegrate. I don't know how Rolt feels about that.
I'm cool with going down.
I'm not there.
Yeah, I'm not there.
We could probably
This
pump
is you
back
guys
up.
are playing a third party together. This is not about you being there or not. This is not a conversation these two are having over.
They're like actually like holding up Nazira.
Nazira, why don't you disintegrate? Or maybe have you
I
thought about
like,
doing
I
so?
like, I like disintegrate, but
Yeah, let's see what happens. Sure.
Okay. I mean, who knows? Maybe it just dies.
I'm just saying, I have like what their decision makes affects their bodies right now. Their bodies, their rules.
I mean, that's
I'm really glad to hear that
It is a
you are
good point.
respecting everybody's autonomy.
I mean, I really
That's
try
really
to.
conscientious.
I just really try. My heart
Cause
is.
no harm and whatnot.
Do no harm
Yep.
first.
Do no harm.
Yep,
Well,
I did no harm.
So I say we're using a 6th level spell slot.
Okay, so this is a deck save.
Mm-hmm.
She forgives you. Hope this monster's not very dexterous.
The last thing I will say, since this is the first round after a long break and everything, you guys know this creature has legendary actions. It stands to reason it probably has legendary resists as well. And I believe Disintegrate's an all or nothing spell. So if you want to reconsider that, I'd certainly allow. This will certainly consume one of its legendary resists, which is always a good thing. But yeah, just another insight that somebody playing a wizard might, remember a little bit more.
Yeah.
If then using its legendary resistances, that doesn't use a bonus action or a reaction or anything, right?
Hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
It's a whole separate resource. It's just a free. Yeah.
Freebie.
A freebie.
So
A
he
very
can murder
powerful-
you.
A legendary freebie.
Mm-hmm. So anything that's like a spell attack wouldn't be able to just ignore, or any spells that still have a feature on a save might be more optimal here. Nazira, with her vast intelligence, would recall all of this and manage her battle tactics appropriately, of course.
Would she want to just dimension door you out of there?
I feel like
I mean,
Nazira's fairly like she's a team player.
Right.
I don't think that she would just leave someone high and dry.
I think in this moment especially, because part of her backstory was like losing a bunch of people that she cared about to a creature very similar to this. She's had an a fight with similar monstrosities in the past, and is like begun working through that. And I think at this moment, with that role I made her make last time, I don't think she's going to leave anybody behind here. That's kind of my thought, but if I were NPCing her myself.
Mage hand tickle it?
It always works.
I don't know if she's already using oh, she probably was already concentrating on Inward Fortress for somebody.
No, I think she unconcentrated because she had to for something.
Because we have Sunbeam.
That may be the only thing that would be worthwhile.
It's a very high level melts acid arrow. Get some acid damage on this beast.
And this way we could at least save some spells. We use a 5th level slot. Or maybe a 4th.
That's a saving throw. But it is do half damage on a successful save.
Let's do no Sasadero. This way we're,
It's a good middle ground.
yeah, and this way we're saving
This way we're
slots.
Works for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
And she has a couple spell slots for her.
she's
The last thing she could, she's done some pretty creative uses of Wall of Force and stuff in the past. If you guys wanted to try, because I can also make like a dome or a sphere. I think Nazira has even used this before to like trap monsters or like separate them from you guys. I would, give her, if she wanted to try that, because of the wording of these spells, how like people like it separates, and this is a long dangling creature, so I would mechanically like have it like retract into the Wall of Force basically, and potentially give Nazira a check on like, basically a spellcasting check to see if she could create this wall in such a way that it forced it to like similar like you could like disengage someone just by a push from a grapple. So similarly, I would let like this would be like an arcane push to try and like just get you guys out of the grapple as well.
It does seem very
I think that's very
That's a
Nazira.
very Nazira.
Yeah, and so we've got the foreseen roll, and she's also got the bardic inspiration as well. So there's a good chance that we could probably pull
If
that
we
off.
need to, we could.
Yeah, I think I
That sounds pretty
I'm in
good.
favor of that.
Yeah.
What spell slot
Does
is that?
she, when she's foreseeing
It's a
the
fifth
roll,
level
does
spell,
she
I
add the
think.
modifier to it?
When she's, I have no
Or-
idea.
Yeah, it just replaces the actual 20 and the actual dice roll. Yeah,
Okay,
not
okay.
not the
Not the die roll.
total result.
Yeah, I'd say sacrifice 5th level spell slot for that.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Get us both free and
Mhm.
get our
the-
plan.
Far
Drop that
outta
thing
here.
and then yell and run.
Right.
All right, so that sounds like a very effective and Nazira thing to do. Why did all the spells just disappear? 5th level.
Changed my mind. I think Nazira would attack it with her quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd just like scream a barbarian yell.
I would like to
Yeah.
dash away.
Blood for the blood god. Yeah, so we can make a.
Has someone already marked Wall of Force down real quick?
Oh, on the spells?
Yeah.
You get like
I don't think we can
Okay.
modify that because it's
double
not our.
power.
You might be able to because you're the DM of the.
Power.
Yeah, a hemispherical dome or a sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet. A radius of 10 feet, like 20 foot, yeah, that's more than enough to capture much of this creature. And like this creature can like feel suddenly like this wall of force enclosing on its dangling tentacles and realizes it's got to either retract or lose them. And so it begins like rapidly trying to pull itself back towards its main mass. And at that time gives you guys like a chance, like just this moment. Let's see. How about because Nazir is not here, but I mean we already said it would work that way. So I was thinking of maybe making it a grapple check that you guys can make against this thing's grapple mechanic, or an escape check instead of her. We'll just say that Nazira's spell gives you guys this opportunity. So the two of you who are grappled can make either an athletics or an acrobatics check to try and just break out of this grapple as it's like rapidly trying to reel you in.
35.
That does beat the DC. This is like this for like mechanics and stuff. Like a lot of the creatures that have an automatic success on grapple if they hit, they actually have like a standard DC that's just like is not super high. But just like mechanically thinking about those sorts of, it's just like kind of a balance of the the free grapple versus making a really strong athletics check.
Being so effective at it, is there any way I could try and assist Johan from breaking free?
I want to break free.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
This is both of you just like both at the same time, just being
Just trying
whipped and
to-
pulled up. Well, you got a 35?
35.
Fuck it, that's so
Yeah.
high. Yeah, that's so high. That's like divine rolling. Yeah, absolutely. You can give advantage to Johan.
I grab this tentacle and just kind of rip it off me and then start beating the tentacle that's holding on to Johan.
Thank you. 22.
22. That is a success as well. Both of you drop as it is like pulling you back up. The one last thing, as this was pulling you. No, last time it just got the grapple. It didn't have a pull, so you guys are still
Correct.
relatively low. No fall damage. You would like fallen a little bit of a clatter, but especially you with all your legs. You land on the giving surface of the floor that softens the fall. And we'll move on from Nazira's turn. Unless you guys have a bonus action for her as well.
Well,
which can't be a
I'm-
spell.
Guessing she's gonna want to move.
Oh yeah, this is the thing's like trapped now. As you guys like see its like tentacles like pull up, you can see it just like now like slapping, like smearing itself against this invisible wall of force, trying to find its way out to get to you. And it will, and its turn there. Nazira will end this turn. Yeah, she can move away though. That makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
In either case.
And she's still surrounded by the wall of force.
The wall of force, the one that the hive put up, is just the flat one on the ground between you and the monster.
Yeah, she'll
So
probably
she can
book
just
it.
move away
Yeah.
from
30
it.
feet.
Yeah.
So she'll probably move as far away.
Bleep.
Theater of the mind.
Awesome.
So that works.
If
Next
you
up
could
is
do
Lair.
this.
Liar.
Liar is on cooldown this round. And we'll move on.
To Noose.
Dizziness.
The Noose.
7.
I mean, I started running last time, so
Gonna keep on running?
yep. Move, dash, and bonus action dash.
Yeah.
That's 75 total. I don't know where I'm going though. Maybe I should.
I was
figure
just
that
about to say at the end of last session also, I There was something that one of you runners, something happened that allowed one of you runners to make a like perception check and get a good like just through like echolocation, just like hearing the way the sound was bouncing off the walls of this tunnel ahead. You understood that you were going to have to like take a right at some intersection up ahead. But beyond that, that's the limited like directions you know.
Okay.
Thunder
Let's
shout.
do 50 feet, and then we'll do like a search action.
Yeah, I think
So that's a bonus action to dash, and then I'll use my action to kind of, try and discern where they are.
yeah, you run around the like down the tunnel that you were instructed to, or like were told that your companions just teleported down, and like through the connection you have through Rory's telepathic bond, you set off as quickly as you could, and you soon find that it does like take this turn to the left, and you see up ahead and like this little like T intersection with a path going off to the right, and you like come up to the intersection, no check needed. You already know that that's where you need to go. But your turn is going to end before like you can get down that down that tunnel very far. You see that up ahead though. Well, you're using your dash and your action and everything to move. So you get around and you see that up ahead is like this tunnel ends in what you'd seen previously in this place. One of these like sphincter portals. Like doors that can be accessed or cut through. But you see one of these that is quite relatively large. Like it fills the entire chamber as if, like you get the impression this is opening into a larger space. And we'll call it there for news. What's next? We have...
And I make part of my running getting out a mundane dagger to throw.
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
Excellent, thank you.
You can have 2 if you want. I am.
We'll keep one hand free to do second daggers because I can still like teleport with them and stuff. So.
Yeah. Cool. I think that brings us to Beep with Nostrum on deck.
That's me. Yeah, I kind of just have to keep running. So I will run and follow my Heidi friend.
Do we leave X behind?
Yeah.
We told him to stay
Okay.
back.
He's staying with,
What's his face? Trustworthy person.
yeah,
Very powerful person.
yeah. Big, powerful, good guy.
Get Yankee guy?
He's gone.
Yeah. I don't think he's with anyone, is he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we insulted him. He took off on his own.
Yeah, the Get Yankee, not
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
not the resurrected axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna bamf forward my 90 feet using Vortex Portal, and then I'm gonna run another additional 30 feet. 120.
Yeah, I think you with that, like you pretty much catch up to Noose. He's like you see Noose like just run around the corner, and you're just a little bit behind.
I'm after you, buddy.
All right, Nostrum. I think after that, Quilla.
I think Nostrum
Oh yeah, you got 3. You got 7 here.
Yeah.
is gonna try and pick up Johan and carry you away. Would you be down with that? I mean, ultimately, heal, but
I think, like, given my options, yeah, I think I'd be okay with
and
it.
you could probably heal yourself. Hopefully, is what's going through his mind. But yeah, I think getting you away. Nostrum is going to attempt to pick up Johan and just cradle him like a baby. We're just gonna sprint away. So, I guess is
A flash in your mind, Johan, of being in a baby backpack.
Yeah, this is I was Bjorn this way.
And I'm assuming that's an action to pick him up. So we'll just go to 75 movement. which would probably put us like almost.
I mean, your movement gives you like a free action typically, and if he's
Okay.
aiding you, like he's basically like you're just like showing your arms. He just like gets an arm around your neck and just leaps into your arms, and you take off. No action required. Just your
Okay.
movement.
Then I will
Have to
get.
mount somebody. You can just have him mount you on your next turn.
No one mounts a centaur. That's racist.
Their spines can't support it because they weren't actually like bred like horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick up Johan, take him to 60-ish feet, so within range of Nazira. And I'm going to cast a Cure Wounds on him as I set him down again.
I think as you have dark vision, and as you're like running around here, you see the first sign in the space of like access to some other place, and you see one of these sphincter doors on the left.
Hey guys, let's go to the sphincter. 4 hit points.
Yay!
I am not
Triple of your
rolling.
HP. Is that right? Do you have 2?
Yeah, up to 6 now.
Alright.
Alright.
Does it make you feel a little better, man? And just put a little weed in your mouth?
A little.
Feel better whether or not you're getting hit points.
And that will
And sees his chance while he's so low. If I strike him down, I'll get so much XP.
that will end my turn. Actually,
How far did you move? You ran
You're
60?
in my
yeah.
book too, so.
At the end of your turn,
Uh-huh.
the creature is going to use a legendary action to teleport. And I don't think that the wall of forest blocks teleportation.
No, but a counter spell would.
I think you just got carried 60 feet, and that's the range.
Smart move.
Yeah, all right. No, yeah, and so I think we started this fight with that questioning like whether counterspell works against these like monstrous actions, and we're gonna play that out through this fight. But I have been thinking a little bit more, and I probably by next week I'll have a determination. Like I'm leaning towards changing that.
Cool.
Because I think monstrous creatures that have those abilities should have them just naturally instead of like
It's like
casting
not
like
quite a spell.
yeah.
Even if
It's not
still an
like arcane
effect.
weaving that you can
Yeah.
like grammar that you can interrupt. It's just a
I'm
natural.
totally down for that.
But this creature, a little lame. It's the old edition of the rules.
It's so hungry.
You forget sometimes.
He's telegraphing so much. He's starving.
Yeah, so I think I was gonna
I
say.
think I was very old. He's been around
You're
here
like-
since 3rd edition.
I didn't hear any of that, right?
I said he's very old. He's been around here since 3rd edition.
Yeah, exactly. He's been waiting a long time for some adventurers to run in this dungeon. But with your glibness still up, it's like absurdly high, so no roll necessary, counterspell. And it you can't even hear, but you see the where its mouth was and the octopus head opens up into an angry roar. But it is so utterly muffled by the wall of force that it's just like whoa. And that's its legendary action. Damn. Oh, I thought I had you there. He was gonna go for Nazira and try and oh, been great. And that brings us to Johan's actual turn. No, Quilla, and then Johan. Yeah.
I run
I have arrows here, but I get
and dash towards the door, but
What's
I only
your
have,
total
which is
movement?
60 feet a movement.
Yeah, so you're getting
So I'm still. Do I make it to
3
the corner?
checks instead of 4. Yeah, you get you can see, you get the corner, you can see the intersection, and you can just see
Like I can
Beep
see-
Boop, or Beep Boop running around after Noose.
Okay.
So you're the third person in that chain.
Okay.
Of just
Yeah, I see where they're
after.
going, so I
Yeah,
can follow. But
totally.
okay.
Because you didn't just stand there for 6 seconds waiting for them to advance their
Yeah.
full turns. This is all happening at the same
Yeah.
time. You're just a little bit slower than the rest as they're teleporting and sprinting. And then we go to Johan.
All my best moves would require
Oh, it
my
has 3
concentration on my
legendary
hex,
actions,
and if I
so
keep
it
it up,
might
I
as
can
well
re-hex
use
anything.
another
for 24 hours,
one.
so
Oh.
Don't want to go faster unless I really have to.
I'm
sure we'll be
Yeah,
fine.
and it
Yeah.
doesn't
Figure
have
I can
any-
hear what's going on with our telepathic bond and speak up if I
Roaring.
need
Yeah,
to.
I'm sure we're updating you.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you guys looking back, you like counterspell it, it like roars, and then like you're not sure if it like teleports or you've seen it like try and go invisible before, but in this moment like you can't see it in that spot anymore. And it's the wall of force is still there, but it doesn't appear to be containing anything. Zira has Trusa, and this
Yeah.
creature is dumb. It's just invisible. It's still in the hole. I tend not to
Nice.
do the same legendary action, 2 legendary actions in a row, so following that kind of house rule at mine, it uses Vanish this time. And Zero through Rory's just like yells at you that it's still there. It is foiled again. Johan, you're up.
I mean, this is a pretty sweet ride, so I'm not. Let's see what I can do. How's Nostrum looking? Does he look
Oh,
pretty,
almost pristine.
just perfect condition?
Almost.
Give a little glossy sweat sheen.
Okay. I am going to.
The other thing you guys have noticed in this space, like this is like a pretty odd chamber, this tunnel that you're in, much larger than the passageways you've been in otherwise. No signs of battle in here. You haven't seen any corpses like you've seen strewn about, or like blood sprays in places where things have been killed. No signs of battle in here other than your own, and like you do see this place. There's like all of this hive. This place has been made out of this weird alien flesh almost. This space like has different materials in it. This has all been so hectic. I'll leave it at that. But this place does appear different. They're like weird, like almost like strings of like kind of like yellowy white, sort of like it's again weird fleshy stuff. It's like glistening in the dark, or like in your light, in your dark vision, you can almost like see like it has like reflection in the like extended like range of light, like almost like UV is like almost like being reflected off. Like it's weird, and you can see there are like these. It's like on the ground. It's on the walls. These like lines of this like a tendon or like some other tissue. It's like not like the rest of the flesh of the place or the weird fingernail floors or anything like that.
And the rectum that's close to us,
Sphincter?
that's the one. Is it in the direction of that we came, or is it in like a going away?
Yeah, it's in the direction you came. Pretty roughly. This tunnel's curved a bit, but roughly, yeah, you think.
So I think what I'm going to do is cast Cure Wounds on myself, and then just to kind of like try to calm myself down, just having this little brush with death, I'm going to kind of just hum a sort of a chill Bob Marley-esque sort of ditty to my new friend Nostrum, and kind of give him some inspiration for hauling ass as quick as he can. So give you some bardic inspiration there.
Restaurant.
Have I like does this just kind of learning a little more about this place? Johan's not gonna try to do a lot of like super reflection, but definitely curious. Have I like do I know anything about this creature or recall any lore or history about this creature being kind of having been seen on our planet at all? Something that might help kind of aid us in combat with some knowledge.
Yeah. You can give me history or let's go with history or nature check.
14.
14. There are you've definitely heard tales of like, oh, is that my secret lost beer?
Yeah, I found this.
Yay.
I figured someone wants it because it's cool.
A lost beer.
If you love it, you let it go. Yeah, I mean, you've heard of similar creatures, like opportunistic, like often like cave-dwelling creatures. This is weird, like, and your initial thought was like maybe it was part of like the actual structure of this place, but seeing it move and teleport and like another one of those things that has a weird like octopus, bellhead thing going on. You think it's just another one of these weird creatures that the Illithid have like done some experimentation on, like done something to it to like gain control of it or something. But if it still behaves anything like it's more, like the tales you have heard of these things, they're not chase and kill predators. You've heard of them more just like opportunistically like picking people off that aren't paying attention. It's just more, I'd say with that roll, that's going to get a lot more than that.
Okay. Cool. So kind of with that, I think I'm gonna, through Rory's, I'm gonna let the team know, like, I think if we're able to get far enough away from this thing, it's no longer gonna be a threat. We just gotta, let's haul ass. And then, I'm gonna turn there.
Hauling
Hauling ass.
Did you move or did you stay?
It's a sweet ride, man.
Great.
He could probably dismount, run ahead of you, and then you could pick him up again.
And up.
That's like getting into that weird, like, you guys heard like the D&D, like, stage of thought experiment, just like how to just break the system. It was like the peasant cannon or something, because like it was basically like a free action to like give something to somebody else. So like there was like a 0 time or action economy cost like way to like move something. So then you could just like bring in just the right amount of physics to say like, yeah, now it's moving it like to do this. It's like moving it like 500 miles per hour. So you just launch this thing by like passing it off through like
Bag of rats.
It's so stupid. So it's like as soon as you get to weird shit like that, the DM's job's like, no.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
But it's in the rules.
What would Jeremy say?
When the rock they're passing like starts like heating up, so it's like plasma being created at the forefront of the passing, and all the peasants explode and they die. But anyway, you guys just flee. It's this creature's turn now, and like in this moment, it's going to use a legendary action at the end of your turn. It's still going for the round. Nazira, like looking, like takes one last look back at it. It's like it's gone. It seems to have teleported out of view. This creature does not seem to be wanting to give pace too fast or quickly retreating prey. Why don't you all give me a perception check?
You and us that are further away.
Yeah, you guys can do it with disadvantage.
12.
Okay.
18.
4.
6.
And then there's
New-
0.
Oh, you're
Oh, yeah,
still running,
Nazira.
yeah, Nazira.
Go.
Perception? 16.
Perception.
Sorry, 16.
16. You said the ones further back, disadvantage, right?
Yeah,
Okay, 23.
23.
Wow.
Yeah, Noose, you're the closest
Good roll.
to the sphincter. I think you and Johan both hear like just the edge of your perception, what sounds like maybe like whistling. Someone just whistling a not very good or coherent tune. Obviously a rank amateur. But it's echoing in this long tunnel that you're in, and it's back the way you just came from.
Oh, cool. We should investigate.
No,
Go
I
check
was just
it out.
wondering what you're doing.
No.
You're not being too loud.
I think that Johan, or not Johan, Nostrum, you're didn't quite catch the sound of this because you're breathing heavy from the just running, like feeling just good, just like feel great, didn't take any damage, just getting to run, like finally been cramped on a ship for a little while. It's nice. You also though like are always like looking around, just like for on the ground for like who knows what you can find. Nature presents so many different things that can surprise you and delight you. And you look around in this place, and you begin to notice again those like the weird like lines of this like other kind of flesh, this other kind of like material. And like it looks like there are like places where it's like almost like almost like when you first look, like almost looks like tangled up like a knot. If you like look closer, and like it looks more like a cyst or something, like a little bubble of fluid. Like you can see it's all like certainly like glistening. You can see there's like many of these along the way. They look to be like almost like growing out of the like strings of this long tendony flesh. You can be a medicine check.
That's a 23.
23. You like initially thought like maybe like tendons or like something like something like connective or like strong, but like it's not strong, this stuff. Like you finally realize like this is like more like very like the scale of it's just immense, but like very very large neural tissue, like nerves.
Hey man, maybe I'm just really high, but like this kind of looks like brain like stuff, you know? Like, look at this. It's like fractal patterns. You guys ever just watch those, man? It's nuts.
Nature is math.
Should we like poke it or something? Or do you think it's gonna piss it off? We should all meet up first, man. I think it's too crazy messing with.
Wait, are you guys on your way?
I think Noose, you hearing that like whistling, you like identify even more that's like coming from out through that like sphincter thing, and like you're more sure than before this is where your companions have in the right direction. You go up to the sphincter door. How do you try and open it?
Poke it.
With your finger, your knife, or?
Yeah, let's do the dagger first.
Yeah, start with the dagger.
Daggering.
You stab into this, and like it is like the near like the where the center of this would be is like 8 feet off the ground, like this, or maybe probably like 5 feet off the ground. So it's like you definitely like you reach up and stab as high as you can, maybe like towards the center of this thing, and as you do, like you can feel like almost like this instantaneous connection between yourself and this something, like the ship itself, or like the tiniest like little component or aspect of it, and you realize that this, with your psi powers, you realize that just similar to the creature that you now wear on your back, there is a hint of almost animalistic sentience to this thing, and as you stab it, like you can tell, like you can feel it like tighten as it like understands like there's a threat and it must keep out threats, and it becomes, the sphincter tightens and hardens from your approach.
Oh man. Want to jack in and control it.
Can can I walk up behind him and just try to take my sword through it?
Yeah, just stab and yeah, you like
Big silver
stab,
sword.
right? It's still like, even though it's like tightened and like flexing, it's still just flashing. You just like take the big silver longsword and pierce right through it and start cutting. Blood fluid gushes out, but soon you have a portal cut into this.
This is how you open doors, right?
As I walk up, is it like screaming at all, or like does it make any noises as this happens?
Is it
The sphincter has no mouth, but it must
I mean,
scream.
like, yeah, you know. I mean, like, I guess like the area around it, whatever sentient
like,
there is.
what
in
kind
this
of
place.
noise is coming out of the sphincter right
It's
now?
not a little bit of like quivering, like you don't see, like it's not like, yeah.
It's quivering sphincter on the edge of my blade.
And you won't guys on the other side, inside the tunnel, definitely see like a blade pierce through this thing and start like you know, Jedi cutting through a metal wall, classic stuff. Just like see Beep Boop slicing through, getting a little like passage to crawl through.
I just see Jim Carrey coming out the ass right now.
A couple children walk by. Oh, mommy, what is that?
Snacking on the ground fruit.
Hey man, it's good to see you guys again. You guys went through some crazy shit.
You guys ran off. What happened?
You happened.
Excuse me?
You're pulling out that shard thing again.
I didn't pull it out.
I was looking like it, man.
I was just putting my invention back in the
Well, that's
pockets.
not what I saw. You fabricated something, and then you're reaching in your pocket.
Yeah, but it's like right in. It's in there.
Look at him, man. He's almost dead. Like, you shouldn't do that.
I mean, I work hard on making stuff. It's gonna work. I swear. It's gonna be like a cannon.
Let's just try it in a way we can test the theory without as much risk.
Yeah, preferably not in outer space and in the same room.
I feel like outer space would be one of the least like.
Just maybe not around people. Let's
Yeah.
drop the maybe. Definitely not around people.
But I want to use it
Especially-
to attack people. So
I get that, but you've only attacked us with it so far.
that's not true.
And guys,
You
you
Mother
also
felt
killed
it.
X.
Yeah. See.
This is all in favor for using it on X. That guy's probably gonna die here. This way he dies for science.
He already did die here. This is, but
We're just saying reel it back a
I don't have a
little
lot of
bit.
wish spells to go around. So.
all right.
I think the Zero's insisting that we go back and get X at this point.
Yeah, she's like,
That's true.
I think, yeah, maybe even just so frustrated with Beep Boop that she's just like, I'll be back with our new companion. Let's try not to kill him again, shall we?
No promises.
I need to learn the geese spell.
And guys, can we talk about like consent when pulling people along with spells? Just saying.
Yeah. It's nice when everybody's consenting to something happening to themselves.
Yeah.
Important.
This wild work on the door, by the way.
Thanks.
That's very
Did you have another way to open them?
Well, there's like this weird. No, you should take a look at this nerve-looking thing. Nostrum pointed it out to us. It's different than the other fleshy bits around here, and it's real close to the door.
I can investigate some knots.
Well, you do that. I'm gonna follow Nazira.
I'll give it a little tickle, man. See what happens.
I'll investigate with Beep Boop. Yeah.
Kind of escorting them back and staying behind. Like, wait, where you guys don't split up.
Part of it.
It's just like you poke it, then we can leave, man. Let's just see what happens.
I think they're just going, I'll be quick.
Yeah, if anybody wants to investigate the weird thing.
Ooh! 30.
30.
Ooh.
Uh,
Oh, natural 20.
wow.
For 25. Oh, no, just kidding. We investigate? Oh, just
This would be medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah,
Oh, medicine?
22.
That's a different roll.
yeah. 22.
Oh, I was using my
Yeah.
20.
We all have the natural 20s.
I lost 10 points.
You're at 20?
Maybe I'll let those guys go, but I want him to fire up like a psychic dagger and like hypodermic needle it into one of those nerve things to see if I can like plug myself in again.
Oh, I love that so
He's
much.
into the Matrix.
Yeah, I think the two of you are like investigating this thing just like more, scientifically, and like Noose is beginning just like, I wonder. But the two of you, like, this is definitely like neural tissue of some kind, like definitely like some sort of like communication neuron sort of thing. The weird growths on it, like the little cyst things, doesn't look healthy or normal. Do you touch those things, or do you just like, you touch one and like almost like comes off like almost like a very ripe fruit falling off the vine.
It's ground fruit.
And you like take it off of there, and it's just like you can feel it, and it's like heavy, and it's like definitely like weighted with like fluid inside, and it like has a bit of a squish to it. It's relatively fragile, but with this weird like just off-white, just like cyst of fluid.
This doesn't seem like it's healthy.
Noose, as you're coming to these conclusions, Noose, you like stab one of these cysts, and like immediately it just ruptures, and just this rank smelling fluid like spills out all over your hand. Your hand like pushes through, and the side dagger like strikes into like the nerve this thing was like branching out of, and you get a weird sensation, like you're suddenly like a wave of nausea, like you're suddenly like seasick or something. Why don't you give me an intelligence saving throw?
That's a 17.
17.
Can I see him making this throw of savings?
He can't. I mean, you see him stab into this thing, like a wave just like is being affected somehow. Like you notice.
Because I can use my flash of genius feat to give him a +5 bonus.
Yeah.
As I'm yelling out, "This thing is sick. You shouldn't really do too much."
Yeah. It's a bonus. It's a how much?
+5.
Nice.
You got a 17.
Correct.
What is it? 22.
Mm.
With the 22, you steel yourself, and there's a moment where you feel like it's like you suddenly just like lost your inner ear in a way, like your balance, your sense of like the horizon or what's down or up, as like a wave of psychic energy. Like you're like for a moment like plugged into something with so much more psychic potential than you, that it is like you were almost immediately just lost in this ocean. But you like regain your sense of like self, and like you steal your mind. And with that save, you feel like what really ultimately helps you in this moment is that faint voice of Jerry saying,
Jerry!
I'm hungry. I can protect you. And you feel some of that like psychic energy that's like washing over you, just like get filtered into or funneled into and consumed or like absorbed by Jerry. Jerry gains 2 side points that you can use from his battery.
Excellent.
Wait, if Jerry can eat psychic energy,
No.
I have a way of feeding him.
You have this impression with the 22. Why don't you make an insight check?
That's a 16.
16. you're not sure if what you're connecting to is just this station itself, something that dwells here, or like the deep mind, but like you know it's something with a really, really powerful like psychic footprint.
I guess I'd try and like, I don't know what it looks like in here, but try and like discern any sort of like central location for anything that would be in charge here. I don't know what I was hoping to get out of this. This would be cool.
I think that's a really great like investigate some thought to consider. You get a strong impression like there was part of that like just being overwhelmed by the psychic energy. With that save, you were able to tell basically in which direction it is flowing. And you can tell that there is psychic energy like being moved through this system. And you can get a good idea, like you know which direction it's traveling. If that's, you know, if you wanted to follow it, you know, like wherever you get the impression wherever this is going, it's somewhere important, and you have an idea, you know that it's going basically back down that path that you guys just ran from.
Well, let's go forward.
Okay.
Get X back, and then we can
Let's
go.
Jerry if he's full health, if he's full yet of psychic energy.
Oh, Jerry, after like absorbing that energy that washed over you, still hungers for just a little more.
Okay, stay plugged in a little longer.
Give me another intelligence saving throw.
This could be bad. It was bad.
High risk, high reward.
12. All right, so you take a. Oh, are you immune to psychic damage or resistant?
I'm neither.
Oh, good. You
From me.
I thought Jerry helped him out with that.
Jerry has already helped in this moment. You take 7 points of psychic damage, and like your fingers, like when your hands get fingers get wrapped around a source of electricity, like a wire. You are like plugged in and paralyzed. It takes a moment for the rest of your party to notice this abrupt change, but you had been paying attention. Everybody give me an insight, or it's going to take a little bit more, have to make another save.
18
19.
8, so 26.
Yeah, you definitely know something's
Yeah.
really not good with news right
I
now.
think I just grabbed him and yank him off of the thing,
Yeah.
push him down.
As you just that moment of contact, there's
You gotta use a piece of wood or something.
yeah, exactly. And then when you make that moment of contact, it washes
I have
through you as well.
mind blank,
Yeah,
so
awesome.
yeah, it just washes away.
Like you can feel just like this like waves
Aw.
just breaking against against rocks, and you feel you are you just get pulled on these away. I will say, Noose, that Jerry does top up his tanks and has 3 now charges.
Oh, excellent.
Little price
Let's
to
not
pay.
do anything rash and foolish,
What?
everybody.
Jerry's probably still hungry, but I'll stay out of there again.
Well, it's usually so.
Usually it's
upbeat.
I think I know which way to go now, though.
Just
So
the dirtiest look.
Yeah, Nazira comes back with X and says, "I've never heard you speak wiser words, Speak.
Right?
Nostrum takes a big old hit of his pen and see the smoke kind of cover him again in like a little smoke shield.
Mm-hmm. Nice. You guys hear that whistling, that almost tuneless whistling,
And
getting
it's
a little
coming
bit
from
closer, and you guys all hear it now.
Was it coming from the direction that
You just
he's
fled
pointing
from
out?
it. Mhm.
Yeah. I am fleet from anywhere. I'm running to it.
I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds, just having, the whole gang.
It's a lot
do
of
it.
cure wounds.
Yeah.
Cool.
It is 1 and 5, 26 for everybody.
Nice. Everybody,
Wow.
20 feet healing.
Yummy.
Cool.
Hey,
Um,
can everybody hear this whistling?
I just heard it.
Yeah, there's we haven't really touched base about this, but there's a nasty little creature in that further in that hallway. It's not like rot bad, but it's pretty bad. It's
and not so little, Nazira says.
so I spend a little time just
wait,
kind
she
of
didn't see it. Oh, wait, she did.
Yeah, she totally saw it.
That's right. She did not like it.
I spent a little time describing kind of the tactics that we experienced, some of the spells and the invisibility we saw, the teleport that we saw, the grapple, the bite, the whole 9 yards. So
That sounds like fun.
it really, much like this door we came through, the sphincter was tight for a little bit. There,
Okay.
but we pulled through. How do we want to approach this?
I have a question. Does everybody realize that this hive mind seems not well?
Yeah. Something doesn't seem healthy here.
I mean, nothing about this place seems healthy.
Yeah, but like,
Like it's diseased or...
yeah.
Is
And
the
there's
whistling getting closer?
there's people starving. Like, why are they starving?
This is a really excellent questions, but that whistling is like getting closer to us.
So yeah,
How do we want to like?
that's what I'm talking about. Like, how do we want to approach this? Because why is this place so sick? There's 2 hive minds, right? Potentially, there were 2 places we could go. Why is this one so sick? This doesn't seem right. Do we get a sense that we're in the wrong place?
That's a
It seems
huge,
wrong.
like, assessment
Yeah.
to undertake. I don't know if there's a simple roll to.
Give
I mean,
me
I think
ultimate
both
brain
of them are
check.
bad, you know? I don't think any of them are good. And then while we're here,
Is there any way to sense if there's more Gith here?
I believe Gith
Okay.
are.
Okay, person?
Are they? They're not. Are they aberrations? They're humanoids.
Yeah.
So unless you have like magic that can detect humanoids or something.
I mean, I could
Does
look
my
for it,
sun, does my sword start glowing when Gith are near? Kind of like Sting?
Yeah, it's the Gith made sword to help you kill Gith.
I mean, I could check, but that'll be the last of the good stuff that I got in the pipe here.
I mean, maybe save it.
I think we...
I mean, I think
should
with
be
all
ready.
of us, we could probably fight this thing if it shows up again.
What, the whistling thing?
I mean, or if it's the thing that we were fighting before.
Is the whistling coming from the direction of the psychic energy I felt, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that wall of force still up? I tried to... There's probably no way to tell from looking, I'm assuming.
That's invisible. Yeah.
I wonder... That would stop, maybe, whatever's coming.
Well, we weren't responsible
Down.
for that wall of force.
Yeah.
So whoever brought it up could.
Could drop it,
Yeah.
too. Mm-hmm. Do we see anything coming yet?
I cast Mage Hand. And then... Ooh, where's the buttons? For now, I cast Mage Hand. I have to read.
I'm gonna pull out the bow and just ready a shot, just in case something bad comes around. Maybe feel the ground real quick, see if I have any mother vibes coming through.
That's always
Mother rumbles.
Check for mother rumbles in the earth. Give me a perception check. And the rest of you, all of you, can give me a nature check as well.
I'm gonna grab a string of yarn and infuse it with the sound of whistling.
25.
No mother sign.
Okay.
18.
15, 18?
Nature.
I'm gonna cast protection. from good and evil.
23. 23.
Sorry.
22. 22.
Something like this.
And I'm gonna hide.
Excellent. What'd you get on your roll?
I haven't rolled it yet, but that's what I want to do.
Oh, right on.
I'm pretty sure that stuff knows where I am here, so I know, like, I can feel things watching me, so I don't even know if I can hide very effectively, but I'll try.
Yeah, you definitely, as you like try and tuck into a little alcove, definitely feel like something's eyes still upon you. I think there's for Johan, there's a moment here where like you finally realize like this like whistling is like intentionally trying to not like carry a traditional tune, like it's trying to sound more like natural or something, like just like white noise almost or something. And I think you like pick up like, yeah, it's like almost like wind rushing through like trees. It's just like it's just like these like things just like help you like keep making you think of just like noises of nature almost. Like there's like bird song like in the background. There's just like bits where it just like sounds like just like long like rushing wind through trees or through grass. Like it's really kind of odd, and certainly unlike any whistling that you've heard before. But it's you still can't like escape that like that notion. It's like it's something is making this noise and it's approaching.
I'm gonna
How do you feel about a quick break?
Yes.
Yeah. I gotta
sending
stop
my
running.
invisible mage hand with my singing string towards the whistling coming down that way. As we take a break.
Minimize the tripping hazard.
More tripping hazards.
It's just temporary.
Actually, Nazir is, yeah, Nazir is full.
Yeah, no, I would rather give you. No, I took everything out. It's always the process. When you moved in.
It's kind of nice to move like figure out a bunch of stuff and you move them.
Yeah.
Enjoy that process.
Yeah.
You know what a fortune cookie?
I think you did.
Listen, we're totally safe. There's
There's
no way there's more danger ahead.
What is our game plan? Are we waiting for the whistle? Are we lying in wait? Or are we
I think
gonna
we're
follow the brainstem or whatever?
Beep boop slowly walking forward.
whistle and brainstem go in the same way, right? Or are
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
same direction. So
Okay.
I think we could cautiously venture forward. I mean, we don't have any other
Just
known.
yeah, I mean, to Evan's point, what I wasn't here the session where this started. What are we doing here exactly? Like, what's the?
Yeah.
Why
I'm just in space.
We're here to
Yeah.
help the gift.
Yeah, we're trying to find the gift.
They told us if we help them,
They might.
they would help us.
With our moon problem.
Okay. So to that end, helping the gift looks like hanging out here, or
Killing
like
whatever is here. This
Killing
is
the
our
deep mine?
issue. Yeah.
purging the hive. Okay.
Yeah, the gift you recall like back on Mount Anaru when it was in space. They
Space
kind of
Ranger.
made a deal with the gift. They used the panoptica network to and like coupled it with their own like magic technology stuff to pinpoint like 2 locations of like great psychic power. They figured one of those was the deep mine. Didn't know what the other one was. They chose one as their target and like sent their, you know, basically their entire like fleet and like all the stuff they had available for this mission. And like when you guys arrived, you saw like results of a really big battle outside, like you know a couple dozen ships, asteroid, nautiloids, and gift ships. So they are trying to. Their goal is to kill the deep mine. And you guys decided to come and try and help them.
Cool.
You guys had that agreement with them that you guys helped them, that they would return the favor.
Yeah. And there was no signs of bodies in this passage or anything. There was no wreckage or carnage.
No.
Was there back in that chamber, that central chamber with all the different
That
tubes?
node,
Yeah. Did we notice? Was there bodies in there or wreckage in there? Like, did the battle go through there or the conflict?
You've seen signs through in many places throughout this the hive of signs in many places just blood left over from survivors or bodies that have been taken away, and as well as corpses, and you've seen many more of these and several of these creatures that have the weird octopus hats.
Right.
But yeah, in that next at least probably some of those tunnels nearby, definitely in sight, but you're not sure. Yeah, probably signs, but no great piles of bodies or anything in that chamber.
Okay. The conflict may have passed through there, but it wasn't that was a big scene.
And also the gift obviously came in quite in large numbers, and it's you think it's possible they didn't all go down the same path, so they're potential for that throughout this hive as they tried to figure out where to go, as they probably different ships were making probably arrival at different the station all on the outside had all those pockets and holes in it, and more than one of those was probably a ship depot, because the one you guys came in only could house 5 maybe Nautilus ships, and there are more destroyed ones out in space around, so the gift perhaps made arrival in certain different
We get different points.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we should probably just. This seems like a central something. Maybe we should figure out what's going on down here. Doesn't seem like any worse of a plan than what we were doing.
You guys hear this noise that's been approaching is now close enough to be audibly accompanied by footsteps.
I'm walking towards it with my mage hand 30 feet ahead of me, also whistling.
Yeah, so you begin whistling. The noise that you hear soft, and you hear a sound of a wet squish.
Oh.
And then you hear, "Oh, is anybody out there?"
Oh gosh, so it's
Do we recognize that voice?
No, you
Does
don't.
X?
Oh, X.
Oh,
X
maybe
has
I
no
was
memory
mimicking
of this
X.
spell,
Oh,
as you recall.
that's right. Yeah.
X was resurrected after a period of time with significant brain damage and an inability to retain long-term memory.
I look at my friends.
Or reverse brain damage.
Hey man, do
He
you know anything
had no
about
memory of the terrible things that happened to him.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened? Do you know anything about ground fruit?
Do you say this out into the voice?
Yeah.
Why ground fruit? That's what brings me here.
I lower the bow.
Are you here for ground fruit too?
Oh, fuck.
Hear another squish.
Do you have some?
I sure do. I was hoping to find some more before I head back.
We might be able to help.
I'd sure appreciate it, friends.
Yeah.
Where are you headed back to?
Back to Sunnydaleville.
Hey man, tell me, this is X. This
Yes,
dude.
it's good to see you, my friend. We're growing worried about you.
As we approach, is there still
X
a wall
says-
of force?
I'm sorry, I don't remember. Oh, I'm sorry, X. X is well, mighty obliged to meet you, but I don't reckon I remember you too well, friend.
Hey man, just keep an eye on this guy and try and tell him to keep it down.
Are you talking to X?
Oh yeah.
You say so. Let's we found some monsters in here, so let's keep it quiet if we can. Can we approach? Well, that's fine by me, friends. And if you have some ground fruit, you can distract them with that. It works like a charm.
Good. What?
You hear this like plodding of this person coming. They soon resolve around the corner, and you can see like this humanoid just walking along with like this big sack. And, like every like 20 feet, 30 feet stops, takes one of these like cysts out, and just like tosses it forward about 30 feet. All right then, and then walks forward.
What are those things?
The ground fruit,
They are the ground fruit.
just the most delicious thing you can find around here.
What's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Yarrow.
Wasn't yarrow a plant?
This person, as they're getting close enough to identify, has some very planty features. There's like some of it that like looks reminiscent of like a face, but there's like certainly no like obvious like not humanoid.
Hi, Yarrow. Like, is he implanting these ground fruit into the brain wall? Or is he just tossing
He's
them
like
on?
walking. Yarrow's walking, taking out a ground fruit out of the satchel, tossing it forward, then walking forward, and at the same time like looking around, collecting more ground fruit, putting it in the satchel. Might toss like one to advance like 30 feet, might collect a couple if they're lucky.
Why are you throwing the ground fruit?
Well, the danglers will grab you up if you're not careful.
I think my friends ran into one of those things. They like ground fruit.
They're real dumb. That's why I make the noises of nature. I think it makes them remember where they came from.
Where did they come from?
I don't think any of us came from here.
Yeah. Any of us?
Well, there are some that make this place their home, but we hide from them most of the time. Well, all the time ever since we woke up here.
You woke up here?
They were trying to eat me and my friends, I think. It's real unpolite.
Sounds unpolite. Is there still a wall of force between us and your
No,
Okay,
it's
stop.
Have you seen any other beings around besides the tentacly ones and the grab danglers?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Oh.
It says, any other monsters to be afraid of?
Or any creatures that were fighting?
Oh, there was a lot of fighting. You missed most of it, I think. Things have been starting to die down, so that's why I came out to find some more fruit.
Well, who won the fighting?
Not really sure. Haven't seen too many people around. We've been laying real low in the village.
Is the village back that way?
That's right.
It seems different in here than in some of the other hallways, passages. What makes this one special?
It's where the ground fruit grows. The roots of the ground fruit dive all throughout this place, but they come here in greater number. They grow together, and then the ground fruits, the fruit itself. This is where we find it.
And what do you do with it?
If we can help ourselves, we bring it home before we eat it.
Oh boy.
Like pulls one out and takes a big old bite of this thing, like their like plant face, like kind of like opens up, and you can see something like a mouth, no real teeth, but like a little row of like not
No.
fish-like bones, and like just
No,
like
no,
bites
no.
into it, just like a Denethor eating that tomato, but it's like 10
No.
times worse. The like ground fruit pus just like spills
Ah,
over
you're
his face.
so mean.
It's so juicy. It drops great for this time of year, I think.
Oh.
Dude, so try some.
What?
So try some.
Give me a Constitution save.
Oh, okay.
Harley fails it.
All of us?
No, just people eating.
Oh,
Oh, I'm not
absolutely.
eating it.
You can let me know if you are so
Oh.
upset by this that you
I
upturn
would
your
not.
stomach.
I
But
would
Yeah.
not eat it.
I think Nostra was definitely like, starting to puke a little bit.
You on that?
22.
Yeah.
You barely are able to like keep your stomach, and like it's like the worst part about it, Noose, is like the texture and like the experience of this is just so disgusting. But there's this aftertaste that you really can't
No.
help but like enjoy. And
I hate you.
You feel like at the same time like this could potentially also like help you like restore psychic energy. There's just like this. It's like an energy bar of psychic power.
Hot bar.
Oh.
Isn't that like some nodule growing out of the ship or something?
Yeah, so just to catch you up, Nazira really helped save the day, and we used a level 5 spell slot of yours to cast Wall
Guys,
of Force.
I don't have any spell slots.
Oh, that said on
Dump
D&D
you.
Beyond you did, so we used one. And that helped the two grappled, your two grappled allies disengage, and you guys fled from the tentacle monster successfully. You guys found in this large tunnel that there is some odd formations, and you have deduced through some medicine investigation stuff that this is not like we initially thought like tendons or something, but is like some sort of neural tissue. And off of this neural tissue are growing these like gross cysts that this plant person named Yarrow is now collecting. Like
Delicious.
fruit on the vine. You've just returned also with bringing X and X back to the group after everybody had to like rush out of the chamber you left them to go save your allies, but you're all back together now in this weird tunnel.
Okay.
Useless creature.
Good. So, Beep Boop didn't kill X, our friend.
Not a second time. Not yet.
Okay. Not yet.
Give it a moment.
There's still time though, right? Okay.
Have you the people that were fighting? When was the last place you saw them?
Well, we haven't seen him in quite a while. We've been trying to lay low, like I said. But we've heard sounds of fighting, and that's when we knew that we should hide.
Which direction did it come from?
Well, all over the place, really. But I can tell you, if there's fighting in this place, if people were trying to do some damage here, well, I know exactly where they'd want to go.
Sunny, Bill.
No, thank the heavens.
No.
Sunnyville Dale's safe. Really, these monsters rarely go to that place. Mother does every once in a while, but we can hide from her.
Mother?
Mother doesn't get hungry, and she never sleeps. The other ones, though, they get hungry, and if they see you, they'll eat you up. But sometimes if you can stay out of Mother's way, she won't even give you a second mind.
Meaning that she won't try to kill me?
Well, I don't know about you. You're an awful lot more threatening than we are. We're just simple villagers.
Oh. Anyways, I interrupted you. Where would the people do damage to the ship?
Well, it'd be above the village. We're right below the whole center of this place.
Are you able to get above the village by going to the village, or how do you get
There
there?
are all sorts of passageways, and if you really needed to, you can burrow through the flesh of this place itself.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It sure is.
Maybe
And if you don't
there's-
move fast enough, it'll heal behind you and you'll get trapped.
Yeah. Is there another passageway that you could show us?
Sure.
Something maybe a little more direct? Kitty cat. Walking on the thing.
Pause the game.
Sorry. I kind of look at X and see how they're doing, taking in this person that knows them, and
X is just looks confused. Like, I mean, X is pretty dumb and is just kind of like taking it in, just like looking for you guys, kind of like looking back at you guys for clues of how to like
yeah.
go about this, because like they have the least understanding of where they are, because they don't even
Right.
have really much memory
the
of.
context of audience.
Yeah. Like, you guys came here intentionally. Yarrow here has been surviving here for some time, has memory of that. X has lost any memory that he's had of this place, and is just like, yeah.
So Yarrow, how many of your friends are back at the village?
Oh, just a handful these days.
How many is a handful?
Well, if X comes back with us, we'll be back up to 5.
Okay.
We'd found a few others, but some of them didn't make it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Eating this ground fruit providing you with the psychic fortitude to resist the probing of the mines within this place?
Well, I don't know if I've been probed, but
Like, how do they not find you?
I think they just don't really care.
Okay, so they just allow you to roam?
Well, those ones that'll eat us, the ones that we ran away from initially, those ones you really do gotta stay away from. But the mother and the other creatures like her, and her pets, they'll usually just leave us alone.
They all
I
look
see.
sick. They've been getting ill. Or hungry, perhaps.
Oh, they're always hungry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you first. I don't really have anything to say to that.
Oh, do you mind if I just take a look at the back of your head really quickly?
That's an odd request, but I guess I don't mind. You guys seem friendly
Alright,
enough.
thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna look for marks of snack time by the illithids.
Yeah. No real necessary to find.
Opens up. She's on my fire.
No real necessary to see the initial signs, but you can give me a nature check. As you like look, you see there's like wounds at the back of top back of this creature's head. But Yarrow is not a humanoid, and like while
Right.
it has like sentience and like some sort of like brain or awareness and stuff, biology is so fundamentally different that like it looks like it's probably not injured in quite the same way as many of the other people were.
They might not get the same. Yeah. 14 and 19.
19. Yeah, this creature, like, you can tell, like, there's, if it had, like, its analog to a neurological system is, like, more kind of diffused through its body, while it has, like, a node in its head that, like, is probably the most significant part. It's, like, it's not as reliant on just that brain as, humans are. So, like, when they fed on this creature, you can tell, like, it didn't damage it as much, and probably didn't provide as much nourishment, because they're just, you just don't think illithid are adapted to eating these weird, a weird plant person. And that also explains perhaps why this creature has certainly expressed better memory than X did before
That's what I
X
thought.
was resurrected.
Well, it seems your vegetative nature has kept you safe and fortunate.
Huh.
Here.
Well, that sounds great to me.
How did you come upon eating the ground fruit? Did someone tell you to collect it, or how did the village form?
We've always had ground fruit in Sunnyville Dale. That's what we eat.
Do you remember coming to Sunnyville Dale?
really remember making the trip, but all of us kind of arrived at the same time. And then the things were trying to eat us. And we ran away, and we found our way back to Sunnyville Dale.
And then you just were able to
They
stay
must have
there?
attacked, and I don't remember the village being underground, but it is now. So that's weird.
I'd be very curious to see your village if we could.
Be happy to take you there. All the ground fruit you could want. We have a good store.
It might be a good way to get to the center.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we go through there to get a path to the center?
Sure.
To the core above it?
Yeah, if you cut through the flesh, you can get there in no time. But otherwise, you could stop by the village, see the sights, meet everybody, and then you could take the path that winds up. And then there's a sort of tube that'll swallow you and take you up higher if you let it.
Have you done that?
Sure have.
What's it like?
It's real odd feeling. Feels
Sounds like it would be
being
very
wrapped
strange.
up real tight in a nice moist tube.
And
Oh,
where
delightful.
does it take you to?
It will take you up higher. And from there you can get to the central space where that big pool is.
The big pool.
Yeah, there's a big pool. The water's no good. I tried to drink it.
What color is it?
A little bit green, a
Yeah.
little bit yellow.
What
Kind of water that's been sitting for a long time, I think.
are there other creatures up there?
Well, not when I went. Normally there are, lots.
Why weren't there ones when you went?
They were out doing other things, I guess.
Just worked out.
Well, we heard noises at the outsides of the edges far from the village. So we thought, now's our chance. What if there's some tree fruit up there?
Tree fruit.
Yeah, but I didn't find any.
Ah.
Just the bad water.
What's tree fruit?
Tree fruit's a lot like ground fruit, but it grows on trees.
Do you have any with you?
I wish. We haven't had tree fruit in a long time. Just the ground fruit.
Is it from your village?
The ground fruit?
The tree fruit.
There is no tree fruit in Sunnyville Dale.
But where did they grow when you found it before?
In Sunnyville Dale.
Oh, it's just not there
But the
now.
old Sunnyville Dale. The Sunnyville Dale that, before they took it underground.
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay. Well, let's go to your village then, I guess.
Well, be sure to grab any ground fruit you find on the way.
No.
So we can use it to make sure there aren't any more danglers ahead of us.
Here's... no.
All right, I hope the rest of you will give me a hand, because we'll be drawing a lot more attention than me on my own. And if you can't make noises like nature, it might not confuse them so much.
Can I use thaumaturgy to kind of emulate some noises from nature? Like, I know you can do like thunder and lightning and stuff like that. So
Oh, that's a neat trick. That'll help a lot.
wonderful. Let's
do that.
get going.
All right then. Follow me.
I'll make a few more of my like little threads of nature sound and pass them out to other people to have.
And Nostrum was like picking up these cyst balls and throwing them, but each time he goes to like grab it, he goes, he throws in.
Yeah, Quill will try to make, she would want her sounds to sound like the ocean. Crashing waves and like,
You use magic, or you use the thread thing?
I'll use the thread thing for people who ask me if they can sound like what I want.
I make that happen.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's like listening to seashell.
Convince X to start throwing the little cyst balls as well.
Yeah.
I'll use a prestidigitation to create the scent of nature.
Excellent.
It's nature in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like being out in the, like whatever sound, if they're making like wood sounds, then I'll do that woody green scent. etc.
Yeah.
I'll
there's a-
grab it.
there's
I
a-
mean, nature's kind of a wide category.
Yeah, there's
so
a
I'm not sure
complex and
exactly.
very nature sound. So it's like just the forest right next to the ocean, right next to a snow-covered mountain.
In the desert, under the ocean, elemental plane of fire.
Excellent. Happy to help throw these things. You reckon it's okay to eat them? I can't help but find myself having a little craving for these things.
I mean, do whatever gets you high, man.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it.
X just smiles big, like something familiar about this. It just hits the spot.
Ugh.
Why not?
If people could vomit, he would.
Yeah, the cereal looks thick.
Yeah, Cole is definitely looking green.
Does anybody else have rations to offer him? I'll offer some rations.
Yeah, I've got some
Yeah.
tree fruit right here, and it's just regular rations, and I'm trying to pawn it off as tree fruit.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, tree fruit. That sounds like an even better delicacy.
I think
Love to try that.
Chloe will quietly sit in his ear and drop back a little as we're walking, and just kind of quietly say, like, I think we should leave X with Yarrow while we go on.
Agreed.
Sunnydaleville.
Maybe we could leave them in Sunnydaleville with the others.
Sunnydaleville? Sunnydaleville? I don't know. I keep getting all the stuff jumbled
It
up.
changes it. Sunnydaleville.
Agreed. I agree. I was thinking the same thing, actually.
Yeah. They know him, even if he doesn't know them. So.
Yeah, it's you see the two of them are already kind of like walking together and just
buddies.
sharing a moment about the
Yeah.
deliciousness of ground fruit as they both finish off one every last bit of the rind.
Ugh.
So gross.
Foul creatures. Can I just be, like, slicing the wall as we go down the hallways? Seeing what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, you begin just cutting to the wall. You can tell, like, you can see the wall just like tighten as like you in response to the pain, and then just like separates, like cut through tissue. Yara says, "Oh well, that's a good way to get Mother to come pay a visit."
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
I mean,
she doesn't like it when you do too much damage to the ground around here.
What's her job?
She seems like I don't know, maybe a caretaker.
like a mother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mother's what those things called her.
Those are the things call him? Or call him? Okay.
Yeah,
When was the last time you saw one of those things?
a couple days ago.
Is that more rare than usual?
Well, like I said, we hide from 'em, so we don't see him very often.
How do you know when to hide if you don't?
By staying in Sunnyville town, of course.
They can't
Mostly.
see you there?
Well, the hungry ones, they don't come into Sunnyville town.
Why?
Just Mother sometimes.
Why don't they come in?
I don't know. Why doesn't a fish fly?
Because
Is Sunnyville town different from Sunnyvale Dale?
Where?
Well, you there's two different places you've talked about.
Oh,
Sunnyvale
whole
Dale.
network of villages we need to learn.
Well, I don't know about that. Sunnyville. Maybe it's either one.
Okay.
I imagine with the intellectual damage they have taken that it's difficult to keep track.
Yeah.
When we first got here, we learned a lot of things. We learned a lot of memories and how to be afraid of Mother and stay out of her way.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know those things, but we learned them from someone else. Someone that called her Mother.
Do you remember who taught them to you?
No,
What do they look like?
Well, I don't know.
Like you don't remember them at all.
Sure don't.
Okay.
We don't really remember where these knowledges came from about the danger of mother and displeasing her, or playing with your food too long.
Mm.
You don't have like a
Playing
town
with your
like
food too long?
library or
We
a
did.
war Oh.
What happened to that?
He died.
Oh.
He?
Yep. Lee Berberry. That's who you're asking about, right?
Lee Berberry, I've heard of him before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
Got
time we
it.
have.
X killed him, that's right. When we first arrived here, things were real confusing.
I imagine.
Are there any special protections that keep Sunnyvale Dale safe?
If there are, well, there must be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Wonderful. Is there any special tricks you have to do to get into Sunnyvale Dale?
No, we just follow the
You
tunnel.
just walk on through.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no one guarding it or anything like that?
Well, I hope someone remembered to be on lookout
Mm.
in case we hear mother coming
Mm-hmm.
or anything else coming.
And when mother arrives, how do you hide from her?
Well, mostly we just try and get into the little nooks and crannies.
Mm.
She walks through, she looks at the big, I guess they're like trees, but they don't make any fruit.
Hmm.
What do they do?
So she just looks at the big tree and then leaves?
Oh, more than one tree, but she looks at them real closely.
Mm. Okay.
Does she collect any of the ground fruit from you, or is that just for you to eat?
Oh, that's just for us.
Okay.
Mother doesn't eat, nor does she ever tire.
Oh, right. Right. Mother just keeps going. But she might, I was just wondering if she wanted to collect it for some other reason. But she doesn't need it.
Doesn't seem like it. She just likes to make sure the trees are okay.
Are there like any of these
One
trees
time?
nearby?
What's that?
Are there a tree nearby?
Just at the village.
Oh shit. Well,
How far is it to the village?
It's almost like these ground fruits are like the roots of the tree.
Mm. Ew.
Oh, gosh.
Mm.
Gross.
oh.
Dendrites?
Is there anything about this place that is reminiscent of the rot?
No.
It is very
It's-
different,
Yeah,
okay.
it's biological and disgusting and repulsive, but it's not. Yeah, you don't
Okay.
get the.
Just verifying.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I, for one, cannot wait to meet your friends.
Yeah. How far is it to the village?
How do they deal with psychic energy?
Oh, it's not far. Shouldn't have to walk for maybe more than a half hour.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we should go and,
Yeah, but
Mhm. Walking.
I thought we were walking and talking.
Yarrow stopped to turn around and talk to
Okay.
you guys at this point. You guys have been, but, Yarrow says, I think I know somebody who's looking forward to meeting you.
huh?
Nazira, was it?
Indeed. Really?
Oh,
Who?
my friend. Poppery Doppery.
Hmm.
Your friend knows Missouri?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Does she?
No,
You know Poppery Doppery?
I don't. I
Oh.
was just. You said they were looking forward to meeting her?
Oh, she sure is.
Why?
She's always wanted to meet a wizard.
Ah.
Ah, okay.
Why?
Oh, wait. No, I have this wrong. It was Volfer Crasper.
Ah.
He
Okay.
wanted to meet the wizard. Yeah. Poppery Doppery was the gnome. Volfer Crasper.
Oh, Valfer Grasswood.
Is that Volfer Grasswood? I remember, I listened to the recording and still did not. Could not tell what it was. Valfer Grass.
Valfer Grasswood, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Remember, are listening, like, we had this, like, back and forth where I was trying to, like, catch it, like, never actually did it. All for Grasswood. Awesome. The halfling.
And it's not a mistake. This person's been Sunnydale, Old Town, High, Upper Poppery Dop. Well, who?
My friend Volfric Grasswood. He's always wanted to meet a wizard. I'm guessing that's you.
Indeed, excellent.
How
Well,
did he
tell me
know?
what sort of person is this individual?
How could he tell she's a wizard?
You don't know. Also, Nazir is always walking around with a giant tome that she uses to cast her spells and stuff.
But she's got that hat.
Stars and moons.
Yeah. Big long cloak. Stars and hat, big book.
What did you say last there, sir?
Oh, I said, what manner of individual is this
Grasswood.
fellow, Crestwood?
Valfer's a halfling. He's a friendly little guy. He never got to go to school.
Oh, that's a shame.
He always wanted to, but never did. Can you teach him how to be a wizard?
No.
I would be happy to share whatever I can with him.
Oh, he'll be delighted.
Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't I?
I mean, you don't know them. Aren't wizards supposed to be protective of their spells?
But knowledge is always a good thing.
Always flip
Trust
those
me,
way.
with whatever little brains this guy's gonna have left. These spells.
I mean, Miss not wrong.
With that, you guys continue on, journeying through this long tunnel, and you see as the travels go on, there's at least one occasion where you see another one of these creatures that's presence is revealed by the clever use of just hurling ground fruit down the tunnel. See this like tentacle like drops down and like grabs it out of the air, and Yar's like, oh, well, we'll just give him a minute and we'll sneak around. They usually get distracted after they get something, like to move on to a different location to hunt.
No.
Interesting tactic.
Ah, so you... Sorry. I'm talking at the same
No,
time.
you're good.
I was just saying, so you throw them at them.
They can't really help themselves. They sense something moving, they're gonna snap it up. And then once they eat, they move along.
Do they like the ground fruit?
I don't know. I sure do, so I hope so. Hope I'm not just wasting this and they're just getting a bad meal every time. That'd be a shame.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you want some?
No.
A few moments pass, and this creature you see like goes invisible first. In the zero, you can still see it with your sight, and then moments later, you see it vanishes as it teleports and begins to just move to a new hunting location. As you guys just kind of like wait, and Yarrow gets you to be quiet for a little while, and it eventually moves of its own accord.
Are these danglers, do they look to be the same sort of, have similar species characteristics to the illithid, or more to the ropers that I'm more familiar with?
More to the ropers. They definitely look more like creatures that have been twisted and like experimented, or like done. The illithid have done something to these, just like the boulettes, the land sharks that you fought.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So you guys journey on with X and Yarrow kind of leading the way. X is like says, you know, this place is feeling a little more familiar every moment. As they get closer, as you guys get closer to Sunnyville town. And before too much longer, you guys arrive at you guys see the these like neurological tissue, like these nerves like are growing like thicker and thicker, and like you can see like tributaries to a river, like more like coming out of the walls, out of the floor, and like connecting to those like braids that are then get just absorbed into it. And you are definitely nearing the destination, the cluster, the central where these things are going, as they begin to just like almost grow so large that like roots nearing a tree just like begin to like sprout out of the ground. Like you can see like twists and stuff, but like here as you get this close, you've seen even as there's thicker and thicker like nerve roots, you see fewer ground fruit. And you follow along, and soon ahead you see what looks like the tunnel ahead. The tunnel ahead is like blocked on ahead. Like you can see at first, just like some very faintly glowing in the dark of this place. What look to be like little like strands of maybe similar weird tissue or something, just like dangling through from the ceiling of the tunnel of this place, and blocking your vision ahead. And Yarrow says, "Just up through here, we'll be at the village." And Yarrow just heads through and just like kind of parts this, and you can see these things like just kind of like definitely living tissue just respond to the touch and just like curl just like out of the way, like like some weird like plant thing, like a fern thing that like coils up away from contact. And these things just kind of like move away from Yarrow. Yarrow passes through, as well as X, who gives a kind of uneasy look at all this strangeness before following through. And I assume you guys.
And Ross is directly following behind him.
I think I'd use like one of my daggers to just sort of like move it out of the way and like slide by without it touching my skin.
By the time you're there, it's
Like,
all like curled up.
it's all
and
curled
out.
back, so you don't
Yeah,
have to
like
touch
as
it.
soon
Okay.
as like you guys touch it, like they all definitely kind of like recoil away. So by the
Okay.
time like the second, third
It's
people are
easy to
going, it's like
walk
you're just
through.
like looking at it, hoping it doesn't drop back down on you.
Yeah.
If only we had some way to cause damage to all this all at the same time. Like, it'd be so much fun.
Cut the sweater,
If
cut
only
the
we
floor,
had a way to do that.
pocket off the sweater.
Without doing it ourselves as well.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
It looks a lot healthier in here.
Does it?
It does.
Okay.
Like the strands, like in the roots outside, like where the like, kind of like accumulated here, like they definitely look a little bit more vibrant. Like when you don't see those weird like the cysts growing off of it.
It's not just the cysts have been plucked; it's that they're not growing here.
It seems more like that. You don't see the weird like twisting of the like the tissue before where those cysts, you don't see like signs of those like the little like almost like tags or stems that they were pulled off from. You don't see any of that. It's like much more like healthy looking tissue here. And you guys pass through this strange entrance and into a very large open chamber. And in this you see like many of these like in the center of this place you can see like many of these like columns. It looks like very much like this like nerve tissue is like just growing together and then erupting out of the ground. And you can see that there's like these enormous like trunks of this, like a couple feet in diameter, and there's dozens of these, just like all throughout this place. And you can see there's just like, I think Noose, you can almost like, you can almost like see the psychic energy like flowing through these. Like you have like almost like a third eye sort of like sight into the impressive amount of just psionic energy flowing through this place. The rest of you do see that just like some faint amount of like almost like bioluminescent like energy like flowing in these. And that's like all in like the big like the center of this larger chamber, and like all like kind of around it in this ring, like you can see that there's like you can see like what are very clearly like scar tissue in here, and you can see places like where people like may like cut into this place, like made little like chambers and alcoves. You can see like things that people have collected. You can see like there's clothes and things, like a lot of like the robes and things that you've seen the mind flayers sort of wearing, like that, like there's like stuff that the villagers of Sunnyville town have accumulated and stolen perhaps from the hive here and gathered, handmade little hovels with. You can see like there's like little some robes are just kind of like woven together to like provide a little cover over one of these like little probably like a little cubby and cut into the wall and like scarred up so it doesn't heal back or regrow. But in the center of all this, you see those big like almost tree-like chunks, and those go all the way up into the ceiling, which is probably like 40 feet up in the center of this chamber. It's kind of like a larger center with like a thinner like kind of disc around the space with the lower ceiling. And you, as you guys come in, you see a handful of other people come out to greet you. A halfling, a rather towering Goliath, a little cheerful gnome, and of course your two companions that you already have with you. Yeah, you guys arrive in Sunnyville town, and Yarrow says, "Well, this is it. You're welcome to make yourselves at home. We have a few extra cubbies in the walls from people who are unfortunately no longer with us, and you're welcome to make use of those if you would like any privacy. Well, what's ours is yours."
Well, thank you.
Is this the whole village? Just one room?
Yeah, that's it.
Dude,
Well, we've got all of our rooms on the outskirts of the central around the trees.
you know the definition of village?
Well, I think life comes in all shapes and sizes, and maybe you should be a little bit more open-minded to what we've built here. It's been really, really tough.
You said it used to be on the surface.
That's right, the whole village used to be up. I remember when we first arrived here, it was a bright, shining day.
Can we recognize anything that looks like it would be on the surface?
Absolutely not.
Like,
No
there's,
sign that this
no
was
sign
ever.
that this was ever anywhere
No,
else. Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have made a place to live out of the fleshy walls of this place. There's no sign of
Yeah.
a village that was ever anywhere.
Right, ever
or
anywhere
anything.
else. Okay.
Yeah.
Any skeletons around here?
You mean figuratively or literally?
Figurative. Literally.
Let's
Literally.
Yeah.
Let's start with
Well, literally, no. But figuratively, yeah.
How
At least
so?
for me, I remember some of the other people that we lost, like Lee Berberry. The others here, I think,
What a name.
have a more difficult time remembering how the village used to be. So, maybe that makes me the new Lee Berberry, the new historian and record keeper and knowledge keeper of Sunnyville town.
Ask Nazira for
I
some
sure
paper.
hope I don't have to wear his backpack, am I right?
You had a backpack.
the others, like the other three, X doesn't laugh because he doesn't remember. The other three all give a laugh, like, oh, Lieberberry. Wolfer is this whole time just staring up at you, Nazira, with staring at your tome, with just the delight of a child at a candy store. And over the course of about a couple minutes, asks you 3 separate times if you're a wizard, forgetting each time that you had already responded in the affirmative, and then remembering and rediscovering the excitement of having possibly just found a wizard, and then asking you exactly if you're a wizard, and then stuck in that cycle of someone with some really obviously significant brain damage. And you guys all notice, especially with the shorter pair here, obvious signs that they've been partially digested as well.
See, don't let things attach to your brain stems.
Well, I commend you for your ingenuity in such circumstances.
Well, it's really been a group effort. Really, all the people of this good town coming together and making what we can out of it.
Must have been a difficult time that you've endured.
Yeah, it has. We think it might have been Gloomberg that did this to us.
What?
Bloomberg.
They were a rival village nearby, Sunnyville town. They always coveted our ground fruit because they could only make flesh fruit because their ground was not very fruitful.
Flesh fruit?
They liked flesh fruit. They could harvest that from their animals, and that's what they survived on was the flesh fruit. But they always liked the taste of our ground
Oh my
fruit.
gosh.
You ever have any flesh fruit?
No, I haven't. Maybe, I mean, that's why I went up to that pond. I was looking to see if maybe I could find Gloomberg.
Mm.
And see if we could find out how to get out of this place or return Sunnyville town to the surface.
How did you learn about Bloomberg?
I think Lieber Berry told me the story first.
I'll lean over to the party and just ask or pose the question. I wonder if that Bloomberg place is the other hive, the other deep mine, that rival place that we learned about from the glass jars. Have you ever seen flesh fruit before?
Nope, just heard about it.
Either that or the memories are conflated with something from before.
What's the story with this big? Is this a tree? The big tree here in the middle. What's that about?
Trees?
Yeah, the grove?
Yeah,
Yeah. They're trees.
that's great.
What do they look like?
How high up does it go?
Like 30, 40 feet.
Okay.
And then like the tree goes up with the nerve. It goes up into the ceiling. You can see it goes into the flesh and up above.
And you said mother's real sensitive if someone gets near this or touches it.
That's right.
Like harmfully or just touches it?
Well, if anything's fiddling with it, she usually comes to check it out. But if anybody hurts it, well, she'll come real quick then. And she'll be angry.
How many ways is there to get into this place?
What?
Oh wait, she can go to the floor, damn it.
There's at least 5.
Yeah.
Does Mother come in through a particular entrance?
Mother can show up from where you least expect her. You gotta be paying attention. The ground will quiver and quake before she arrives.
Is it easy to see it?
Not easy, but if you learn to watch for the mother sign, then you can read it, you can see it coming.
Mother sign, 5 minutes out.
He who rules the ground fruit.
Ground fruit must flow.
This place is pretty safe, right? Like, maybe we could get a little rest in? How often does Mother come around?
Not so often unless we do something to, pique her interest.
So we want to rest before we...
Do we have a reason to kill Mother?
No, man, it kind of sounds like she's like an immune system or something.
I imagine we'll have to one way or another.
Do we set a trap in here?
If we do, we'd have to see to the safety of our companions.
We would?
I think
And I'm not sure where to send them.
Do you see that
She'd be eaten again. She'd just leave.
You see they're like living in a tunnel inside of a brain, right? This isn't much of a life.
It would be nice if we could get them
Yes,
out
but-
of this afterwards, but...
Precisely. We can free them once this is over. I would consider that valuable time well spent.
Big help gang.
Well, the whole time we've been in this village, Noose has been eyeballing that brain tree thing. He
Yeah.
really wants to plug himself in there.
There
So they'll
are-
let the group know that when it's time, he wants to plug in to call Mother.
Awesome. Yeah, and there's like dozens of those tree things.
Oh, okay. I'll look for a good one.
Yeah. And I think another thing that you notice, Noose, actually, why don't you give me a perception check?
You got it. $23.
You notice that you've been like you saw and like understood that like that flow of psychic energy was going through those roots to this place. You can tell that the energy is also flowing to these things from above, but very insignificantly. There's like the energy is not flowing through up into the ceiling, but is rather meeting in this place, like from both directions. It's like coming and like being like stored or something in these like trees.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. I wonder if this is something I reserve. Does the feeling of being watched still persist here?
Absolutely.
Is it any stronger?
I think that you guys have noticed that like that sensation growing stronger by like you're not sure if like as you've been getting in closer to the center of this place or if just time passing here is making that sensation grow stronger or what, but yeah, that unnerving sensation of being watched is absolutely more present in your minds now than it was when you first arrived.
Shippy, are you there?
Is Shippy on Rory's?
I don't remember. I think there was a reason that they weren't.
Not enough slots or something, maybe?
No.
Well, we casted it once, and
I feel
then
like the
we cast it again when Johan left, but I can't remember why.
yeah. I mean, I would think I would put Shippy on there.
I was on it, but I got removed.
Yeah, you got removed.
Damn straight.
So I don't know how many targets it has, but
It has 8.
I feel like we would have had Shippy on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's definitely on there.
I don't think maybe I just didn't specify it at the front end or something, which is possible.
Well, what? I don't know what to do. Do we kill this thing? Who's ready for a fight?
I think we should
Reconnoiter above as well.
I think take a short rest and try and make it.
Yeah, if we get a rest in, that'd be good, isn't it?
That's like this place is
Get
doing
a
is
trap over there and I can plug in and she'll come run it.
But I don't know if we want to fight her. It seems like she just runs away. If she gets, too close to death.
Yeah,
I think
it'd be good to figure what's upstairs anyway.
yeah. I think if I make our way up there, probably have to fight her anyways.
Yeah.
But who else? What else is up there? We can fight a lot at once.
Well, some of this energy seems to be coming down from there.
And if
We're needing this energy.
What if we just destroy this whole place?
you destroy the
And-
trees, the grove, then maybe they don't have energy to fight us.
What if we destroy
It's
it and
also
run?
risky because it's gonna summon Mother and who knows what else.
Destroy it.
Mhm.
If we destroy
Teleport
it.
back to Shippy.
Yeah.
Well,
Do we? How can we
And
destroy
that's not
this?
enough.
Is there a way we can destroy?
I have one way.
No, not the shard. Wait, that's not gonna hurt us too.
If we're gone by the time it's out.
How?
I mean, if you want to take it far enough away and experiment.
I think we should see what we're dealing with upstairs before we make any firm decisions.
Rest and then go upstairs.
Uh,
If
Mm-hmm.
we can get a rest. I've never tried to sleep inside of a brain before. It would be a difficult thing to do.
I think it would just be an hour short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's probably not a bad idea.
Nelson's
That's right, I
laying,
guess I don't have to sleep.
Nelson's
Just
laying
to sleep
on the
for that
ground,
hour.
rubbing a hoof.
So is that what we're gonna do? Just a short rest for a little bit and then head up to explore? Is that general consensus?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Okay. I'm gonna, before we actually hit the hay then, I'm gonna just play a little ditty. Kind of start a performance to help soothe some nerves and guide people into sleep. Which will, if you decide to spend one or more hit dice to regain health, you will get an extra 1d10 hit points. So that should hopefully top us all the way off.
While they're resting, can I like explore a tunnel that might lead to the upstairs?
Sure. You just want to wander off on, pick a tunnel and go?
Would Yarrow, any of these particularly lead upstairs?
Well, I could point you towards the one that will take you to that vertical chute that'll ascend you.
Yeah, which one's that?
Right over there.
How far is it to the chute?
Well, it's just about a 5-minute walk.
Cool.
You like some company?
I don't see why not.
Oh, I love a good walk.
You all, I'll be right back. I got you up here.
Okay.
I'll be thinking about you too.
Be careful.
Be cool, man.
Always.
Don't be a bummer.
Well, that's all happening. I think. Well, I guess 2 questions. Quilla would be like looking around this space and trying to gauge like how many people have lived here at once or stayed here. Like, did they have many more people with them and they lost them, or is it just a few? Like, I'm trying to gauge how far off their perception is of what Well, like, I'm curious and just what it was like in general, and then also curious if their perception is like totally confused or not.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation check as you kind of work your way around the.
Oh no. Not good. No clue, probably. Yeah. You said investigation?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 3.
3? That's not much.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. There's definitely like more like places like alcoves and things shaped into the walls and stuff that could, this village certainly seems like a village. This place certainly looks like it could, host more people, but you don't really see any evidence one way or the other.
Yeah. Okay. And then a logistics question. My hex spell I can keep up for 24 hours. If I take a short rest, does it go away?
Let's see, why not?
I can just have
concentration.
It is concentration.
And that's the one that you can, like, when you kill a target, you can send it to a different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just uses a bonus action to reassign the target or the target.
Unless there's any language in there with it, like ending or something. If you don't enter that, so you still have it out available.
Again, but I think
Cool.
Okay. So I can regain the slot even though I'm.
Oh,
I guess that's
see
part
what
of
you
it
mean.
too, because I gain my spell slots also.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. I would say I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I can see it going either way,
Yeah.
but I don't have a reason not to allow it, so go for it.
Okay.
I don't have a specific.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with either way, but I was
No,
just
all
curious.
good.
Did we get a short rest in?
Yeah, you guys take the time, and in that time you wander over there and you find that like there is this place where, like before you saw that node where like levitating or flying creatures could go where they wanted to, there's this spot where it looks more like, if they ever had to transport something that can't just float itself, this this like place, and it looks like there's like this ground where like this like large circular area that's kind of in the middle of this larger chamber, and like you look up into the ceiling and you see like this similar like sort of like circular like thing that's just protruding very slightly from the ceiling, just like a foot or two, but the whole thing, like they match diameter, the floor and ceiling, of about like 15 feet, and it's just maybe like 25 feet up, there's like this thing in the ceiling, and Yarrow says, "That's that thing. You just stand right there on the circle, and it'll sense that you're there, and it'll come grab you and push you up."
Hmm. Does it look like anything's been through here recently?
Give me an investigation check.
27.
27. Hard to say, but you do notice with the roll that high, you notice that there is signs of movement through this area. Not like going back towards the village, but like seemingly having like maybe come down into this chamber and then moved out through like one of the other exits of this room. They're like signs of just like ultimately like bruising on the ground where like more feet have tread in rapid succession than normal. Like there's like tissue here that's like healing itself.
Mm-hmm.
So like with that high of a roll, you can tell that like went one way and didn't come back.
Hmm.
Some creatures left through this space but did not return.
Well, thanks for showing me this place.
My pleasure.
How long does it take to get all the way up?
Not long. It'll pull you up pretty quick.
Any chance you want to go check and see if there's anything on the other side? You said they're
Up
sneaky.
above?
Yeah.
Me alone?
Yeah, you're sneaky, right?
That sounds like an adventure. It's been pretty quiet, and well, this is an auspicious day. We haven't had visitors to Sunnyville Town in a long time. If you're asking a favor, I wouldn't be a good host if I said no.
Yeah.
All right then.
Everybody say goodbye to Yarrow.
There's some alignment changes happening right now.
Yarrow goes.
He said he's done it before.
Stands on the center of this circle, and you can see this like thing, like a carnivorous worm or something. Like you can see it like open its maw, and like it's this just cylinder thing just like extends down until it like swallows Yarrow. And you can see like the movement of like the muscles, like an esophagus swallowing, and like you can imagine Yarrow being like pushed up this tube.
Don't take too long up there now.
Yarrow, you imagine, probably can't hear you. Are inside this worm, and is gone. You can see that thing then like retract slowly back up into the ceiling, leaving no Yarrow behind.
I start knitting a scarf as I wait.
A few minutes go past.
Oh god.
A few more minutes pass.
A few minutes or an eternity in game rounds. He's like 30 pieces up there.
And I do know how long I've been gone, so like if it's getting close to an hour and I know my friends are done resting, I'll just keep that in mind, but
Yeah.
I'll keep waiting.
It's getting into like 10, 15 minutes now of just waiting. So that's like 20 minutes of your since you left. And you see the flesh begin to writhe again and extends back down, and you hear this like as it leaves Yarrow behind and retracts to the ceiling. Yarrow standing there with like this little bit of like sticky residue like stretches out before it breaks from the receding tunnel worm thing. And Yarrow says, "Well, that was a close one."
Was it?
Mother's up there.
Oh.
She's bathing in the pool.
Oh, fuck. Does that make her look healthier?
Well, I don't know about that, but she looked fine to me.
Oh, damn it.
You're asking him to look at his mother in the bath?
He made me do it.
Anybody else up there?
That's some psychic damage right there.
I didn't want to get any closer. I saw Mother in the center, in the pool, and I didn't want to go any closer. I watched for a while,
Ew.
but I didn't see anybody move.
Why'd you watch?
Because I wanted to bring back more information for you. Because I thought you might ask a question just like this one.
That's very nice of you. You're so helpful. Here are some leg warmers.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Get a little drafty here sometimes.
I hope you enjoy them.
Immediately starts putting them on.
Do anything?
No. They're just
Like warmers.
they warm the legs.
Yeah.
If he's dancing.
Warmers of warming.
How far away am I from the village?
It was just like a 5-minute walk to here.
Do I have a sense that it's far enough that if a shard should be pulled out, that nobody in the village might be hurt?
Don't.
5 minutes of walk. I mean, that's like, you know, you can easily get like a third of a mile. Like, I mean, you're definitely farther away from them than you've ever used this shard before.
That's a good point. Hey, Yara, why don't you head back? I'll just keep watch for a little bit.
All right. See you back at the village.
Don't dally. And I set my internal timer for 5 minutes. Or however long it took me to walk here.
Are you communicating this to us at all, or are you just doing this on the DL?
I feel like if I tell you, somebody's going to try to stop me from doing it.
Probably. Well, maybe.
Hey, how's everybody's rest?
How much we've got?
We're only
time
30
left?
minutes.
Yeah,
in.
he was like 30 minutes in.
I don't know, man. I'm just not high enough to do this yet. Hold on. And he like lights a frostweed joint with the other frostweed joint. And he just puts both in his mouth.
Well, I think I'm going to test my creation in a second, but I'll wait until our rest is almost done. But if I come running back, it's because Mother's hot in my tail.
I mean, don't damage anything we need.
I'm interested to see the results of that contraption,
I
Hey Boop.
mean, it's not the worst time to do it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I had that thing. Good idea.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Gotta aim it.
And making sure that the lid is closed before I take it out of its pocket dimension.
Go on.
And I've waited the, like, let's say 90, or no, 56 minutes into our rest
so
time.
If you have to run back,
Yeah.
they'll be able to finish their rest as you're spending back. And you will not receive a rest. Because yours will be interrupted.
It's Indiana Jones. It's giving the first scene in Indiana Jones.
I mean,
All
if
on
you
the
could,
plane.
if you could benefit from a short rest, you might as well wait it out. But
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need a short rest. That's
Okay.
why I went. I figured I wouldn't be short resting.
Yeah, okay. All right. So you wait long enough for Yarrow to make their way back to Sunnyville Town.
Are you going up there?
No,
Oh.
I just want to see if this thing works. So I take it out,
Yeah.
making sure all the doors are shut.
Take it out, and immediately, even without opening the lid, you can feel the wave of psychic energy. But
Ooh.
do you have immunity to psychic? Or do
I have
you have
resistance.
you have resistance? You feel like, while not eliminating the psychic energy, the danger of this, the damage we're taking is reduced.
Ah.
It is it is reduced. You still take a lot of damage here.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
So this is
The ledge just
halved,
needs to be thicker.
before it even hits your resistance, it is halved down to 22.
Okay. But everything else around me is taking.
Yeah, the plate. No, it's the container you've made
Yeah.
is reducing the damage output of this.
Okay.
You are further reducing it with your resistance.
okay.
The walls and stuff are again just like reacting violently to this. You feel like the floors like quaking, like the muscles and tension like just contracting, and the place is trying to recoil from this source of energy. Why don't you give me a perception check?
Just 10.
I think
Yeah,
that's
because Nas has
dirty
the super
20.
perception.
Nos has been
Yeah.
the one who's,
Feeling for mother.
yeah.
Dirty 20.
You have a suspicion that Mother's coming. You feel like you feel vibrations and movement in the flesh of this place. You see like that like tube thing, like retract and recoil back deeper in, like this worm thing, like recoil back deeper into the ceiling. And what do you do? That's just all in
Well,
like,
I've
the
come this
first
far, I
2
have to see if
seconds.
this thing works. So I open the bullet part just to see if I can, like, channel
just a
that
beam?
into a direction of
Yeah.
a beam that doesn't affect everything around it. Or if I just take more damage.
Yeah. As you like open this thing out, what do you point it at?
The
Sphincter?
sphincter.
Or
The
the tube?
snake?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like point it up at the ceiling, and this thing just like erupts, and like you can see blood vessels in it just bursting. You can see just the flesh like just being annihilated by this as it's being killed. You take another round of damage.
Great.
It is still reduced,
Yes, it works.
just not in the direction of its that it's pointing.
Yay!
Ooh, this one's better. It's still halved down to 28 points of damage,
Yeah.
and then halved from there for your resistance.
So 14. Seeing that it works, I put it away.
A perfect success.
Flawless.
Into the mental chat of like,
It works, he exclaims. His voice is going up in his nose.
And then what do you do?
hey guys, I think I feel mother coming. What did you do?
Nothing.
Did it work?
It works. Sort of.
But Mother's coming?
Is she?
I think you should.
Feels like it, man.
I mean, I'm
Something's
heading
coming.
back.
Mother.
I'll look at
bullets.
our friends and say, I think if he's right, Mother's coming. I think he would best get away.
All right. We'll hide. Mother won't find us. You might be able to hide too. But it sounds like
Oh.
your friend might have made Mother real angry.
We got the short rest in that,
Probably.
right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
guys squeeze that in there.
Put my cannon back in my pocket.
Mhm.
I don't know what's in that fucking bag of holding.
Yeah, if you have
Okay.
explosives.
There we go.
What? No.
Explosives?
I mean, no.
Huh?
Maybe.
What?
It was like,
I mean, my cannons can explode.
I mean, I was just thinking about
He's
like
immune to fire
a timed
damage.
detonation of these grove tree energy.
Oh, good idea.
They're gonna be so pissed we blew up their town.
Are not the ones that need this town to continue to exist.
Yep.
All right.
So I'm running back now.
Yeah, you are
can repeat
indeed
that
running
later.
back. You have 5 minutes.
Yep.
Well, it's you guys walked there, so
Yeah.
you can make that in like 2.5. However, Mother travels like the crow tunnels through flesh, and can arrive a little bit sooner. As Beep Boop is still running back quickly as he can, you guys are more and more sure that Mother is indeed coming.
Would Mother come with it?
Yeah, where's Mother going?
Is she going to beat Boop where the damage was, or is she going to?
No, she's going to the grove. She's headed towards us.
Nos, which way is she going?
We've got the ever-seeing eye of the deep mind on us that knows where we are.
Yeah.
And also knows where.
Even knows where open, so I will hide and turn invisible with my psychic veil.
Nice. Even as you're like psychic, like you go invisible, like you still feel like you have to double check, like did this magic actually work? Because you feel that oppressive like glare of something watching you, Noose. Cannot escape it. It feels like.
I think I'll try to find a spot to hide since I have my blink.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I can tuck myself away a little, not far away, but.
Man, I think we gotta get to Beep Boop. I think Mother's coming right for him.
I agree.
You guys have, you think, not a lot of time to make a decision about what you're gonna do.
Okay.
What's it gonna be?
Nazir's gonna run with Nos.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll go too.
I'm gonna start heading towards Beep Boop. I am gonna.
Did we get the short rest in, Mark?
Yeah, you guys did get a short rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Detect Portal. Just to see. Once a short rest, as an action, I can detect the distance and direction to the closest planar portal within 1 mile of you.
Planar portal.
Do I sense a planar portal within 1 mile?
1 sec.
Are we waiting for you for something?
No, I can still hear you.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Um,
I gotta step away real quick.
Oh, okay, cool. You get this sense. Give me a perception check, we'll say, or a magic, like whatever your like magic stat is. You can roll that as like a spell roll. Or
27 perception, but like
27.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, 20. Yeah, 27.
Yeah. This portal is above you for sure. It is it has like all the potential like power of a portal that can, cut through, between planes. This one has all those characteristics, but is also centered also on the material plane.
Hey guys, there's a real strange portal up above us. Maybe that's where that plant thing went? With the pool or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, there's something up there. Maybe it'll escape.
A portal?
I don't know where the portal goes exactly, but...
I'm gonna cast protection from
Willa,
good and evil and
Yes.
can you send
activate
a
my boots.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Josh. Sorry.
Oh no, please.
Can you send a message to Vitaria to tell her to send a message to the Githyanki leader to tell him that we're at the center, at the base of what looks like the brainstem.
Yeah. I like pull up my notebook and scribble.
My head hurts.
And tell your dog trainer. Second
There's nothing
cousin.
as your signal.
Like Zelfezic and Nazir just aren't talking to each other.
Well, I don't
Tell
think I've ever
Zelfezic
messaged
that I
him.
met him with his
I've never
boyfriend.
met him before.
Tell her to tell me to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll pass the message.
No, we're in
along.
high school, so.
Yeah, exactly. Excellent.
I can't keep up with the others. I was gonna ask if I could stand invisibly on top of Nasta's back.
No, absolutely not. That is like very offensive to even ask to ride the back of a centaur. That's
You
very,
can
very
sneak up
rude.
there, Moose.
It's not riding. It's standing on you.
He would definitely be against it. It's just like,
Can he stand on your shoulder?
it's a submissive thing.
Stand on your-
I will carry
Do a
him.
little piggyback.
I will carry him in my arms.
Excellent. That'll work.
Yeah, it's really nice actually. It's very soothing. You feel very safe and protected.
But like, once you let go, you reek of frostweed.
And every once in a while, something like in the dreads comes down and hits you. Like his pipe bugs you. All right, so you guys. So you guys flee from, or try and rejoin Beep Boop as you, run from Sunnyville town, leaving its inhabitants behind. You rush out down the tunnel, and at every moment, like looking for any imminent signs of imminent arrival of Mother.
Anybody see Mother sign?
No Mother sign is found, and soon you guys make contact in this tunnel between the village and that weird, elevator snake, and you guys are reunited.
What the fuck are you guys doing here?
I'm still
We're
feeling
sure
for Mother.
Okay.
The
We thought you
Mother
might be in
sign has
trouble.
receded.
Okay.
They what?
Mother sign has receded.
No, but back to the village. I'm fine, thanks. Great. Let's go back.
How do we get up above.
There's the sphincter up there that'll take you up. But I made it pretty mad.
Was that the only sphincter that went up there?
I mean, that was the elevator that Yarrow directed you guys towards. You do not have you have not accessed the magic library and can't get a schematic of this whole base. This is not Mount Aimeru, unfortunately. It's much more hostile.
Noose might be able to.
Yeah, I mean, Noose, Noose did have to leave before he got to jack into the mainframe of one of those trees, so.
Do we want to destroy the...
Well,
Or does that power the
there's
portal?
a portal upstairs.
The portal to where?
Another dimension, I assume, Ross?
Yeah, I mean,
Material plane, you said?
it felt like material plane, but it's always tough to tell.
What felt particularly weird to you about this is like it's kind of like overkill. It's like, why would you use a like magic capable of interplanar travel merely to do like much more basic like same plane teleportation? It's
Oh, there's so many reasons though.
I mean, like there are, but it's like it's a little bit odd. Like your familiarity with like portal magic and stuff, like this is, you would guess, with that roll also like, or with that magic, like a permanent like teleportation like magic is here, and it can be directed to different places potentially. But right now it's like tied to material realm, like in this like this fixation's like connection made.
Yeah, it's definitely tied for material plane. But I don't really know where it goes till we get there.
Alright, well, back to the
Or do we... I guess if you're sleepy, do we check it out?
news. You wanted to connect to the psychic energy here?
I think News
Yeah,
might have
the
a drug
tree in
problem.
the village shop.
Mother might
Oh.
come if we do that.
Yeah, we definitely need to be ready for Mother if I'm gonna do that.
Well, we thought she was coming just now and she ran away like a coward.
We can at
Yeah.
least be as ready as we
Probably.
just were.
No time like the present then. I'll fire up 2 psychic daggers on each hand and I'll plunge them both into this thing.
You guys are like 2.5 minutes or like
Yeah.
2 minutes away from the village. You guys have to.
Oh,
figure
I
it
thought
out.
we were
Let's
in the village.
go back to
Yeah.
the village.
Beep Boop was 5 minutes away, like on a walk. So you guys are like ran and met each other in between. So you guys are a good like hundreds and hundreds of feet away from, probably like quarter mile or half mile or something away from the village now.
If we
Yeah.
trot back to the village, I think at a quick pace.
Mm-hmm.
Nos, can you tell if we're getting closer to Mother?
Feels like she's receding.
Right, but I'm wondering if. Well, I guess we
I'm
probably.
assuming
Can you
so.
tell the directionality, Nos?
Did she go this
So
direction?
you felt that there was movement in the flesh of the hive station, and then as you sprinted away and were no longer like paying as close attention, and then when you like met up with Beep Boop and kind of reassessed, you did not sense any like movement within the walls and floors
Gotcha.
of the place. So you don't have an exact like
Mm-hmm.
radar of where Mother might be.
This feels like a general tremble when she's getting closer.
Or when she's like traveling and like making use of the
I see.
burrow
The
feature.
flesh.
The flesh burrow.
Maybe she's going to wake up more of those creatures like the bullets.
Hope not.
We gotta ask the little people to clear away and maybe find out there's another one of those tubes to go up.
Yeah. Let's, oh, we already said we were retreating back to the grove, so.
Go,
Yeah.
go, Grove
Go
and
back there,
Rangers.
check out the grove, see if it's any different.
Mm-hmm.
And then if all looks the same, I think if Noose wants to do Noose's thing.
Hey Yarrow, is there any more of those
Get ready.
little tubes?
So tell me about you guys approach back to the village.
I think we should go quietly as we enter, like when we get really close.
You guys, it works. That's great.
Does it?
Don't use it here. just saying.
Please.
It
Hey,
protects you from
doubters.
damage.
You don't get hurt when you use it? I don't.
Less hurt.
Hmm.
Other things get more hurt.
Okay.
Like the directionally?
Yeah, you can point it.
Okay, but you're still
The
risking hurting
radiate.
a lot of people.
Just it works.
Sounds like a good prototype. Sounds like we gotta keep going with it, man. But,
Yeah,
you know, like,
might need to
away
reinforce.
from us.
Maybe we can make something with thicker walls.
Yes,
I'm out of lead.
or if we were able to enchant it, maybe?
Ooh, yeah.
The lead?
Oh, I'll have to take it out to do that.
Let's not do that
Well,
just yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And enchanting it takes quite some time to get a passive enchantment on a piece of equipment, so just something to
she tells
think
the
about.
artificer. Yeah,
Oh,
it takes
that's right.
time.
Oh, that's right.
Never done that before.
Please don't artificer explain.
She's arcane splaining to me.
Alright, so I think we're going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we sneak in. Are we going quietly when we get close?
Just out of curiosity, who has like resistance to psychic damage?
I mean, I'm immune.
I'm immune.
2 immunes and 1 resistant. And then
I think you're resistant.
Moose.
Do one?
I got
Mind
nothing.
blank.
Nosh should be resistant as well.
No, okay.
But I think Johan was gone when I cast the spell, and then Noose got it
Dispelled.
removed. Yeah.
Okay.
You're immune.
Yeah, definitely ask there's some other alternate way up when we get back.
Yeah, so you guys were trying to be stealthy and stuff. Yeah, why don't you give me a stealth roll?
Stealthy?
17.
That was a bad roll.
6. Clunk, 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 clunk.
We get back and Mother has slaughtered all of our
6.
D12.
D12.
Yeah.
A chance to roll a D12.
Oh!
Yay!
20?
No,
I
well,
mean, 6 plus
12. Yeah.
12?
So 18.
And then Nazira, you have a bardic inspiration
17.
too.
Oh, I do.
If you want to use it now. I don't know if you do. If we're doing a mother fight, then we might want to.
Yeah, I will save it.
I don't want to kill the townsfolk.
Yeah.
Just coming back to town.
Oh, also, Nazira, maybe you already have this information, but we rolled your portent, or a portent to use for you if we needed to, and then we didn't use it, so we rolled a 14. I don't know if you already have one, but...
Yeah, I had 2 kind of low numbers, so left. Because I used one of them earlier.
Oh, yeah.
How are you on spell slots?
Not bad. I got to use Arcane Recovery during that short rest, though. I got some of them back. The big ones are still gone, but that's okay.
I probably used up like half my spells.
9th level spell slots are overrated anyways.
No, they're not. They're the best. I wish all my spell slots are 9th level.
All I have is
Healed 9th level.
5, a couple 3s, a 2, and a couple 1s.
I've got a 9, 7,
Oh, nice.
5.
5's as high as I go. So.
Yeah.
I've got a new spell, and then I've got a get out of dodge spell, and that's about it.
Nostrum was holding on to his banishment spell in case he needs to banish himself back to the Fae. To escape this bad situation.
That's cheating. You can't banish yourself.
I'm holding on to teleport in case we need to get out of here.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Okay.
Smart.
We almost burned that one early.
Do you mean you've already cast it and are holding it as a reaction, or you're just thinking of using it in case?
I have it. It's not. I haven't cast it or anything.
Cool.
We're just going over the status of our spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. As you guys come back towards Sunnyville Town, you do immediately sense that something has changed. There's no great immense destruction do you see, but as you approach, you hear noises of something heavy, some things heavy moving inside the grove. As you come around, you can see through the tunnel and into the village outskirts and the grove itself. And you can see among the grove now are these two hulking creatures, both of them almost ape-like in appearance, but with two sets of arms apiece. Each has 4 arms, 2 legs, and are just these large, muscular-looking creatures. Both of them with a octopus hat, both twisted and made use of by the illithid.
Not one of the cute ones that you
No.
squeeze little flaps.
Yeah, no. It's not a fun little hat, unfortunately. They seem to be just as you guys approach, you can see the first one kind of a Bigfoot sighting in the woods. You can just barely see it, just walk through a couple trees and you lose sight of it inside the grove. And then you catch sight of the second one and realize there are 2 of these creatures. No sign of the villagers, as they have seemingly hidden as.
Can we wait for a second and see if these things are just patrolling or what they're doing? Cole's trying to tell what they're doing, if they're doing anything.
Yeah, unless anybody rushes in there and does anything wild, you certainly can do that. You see that they seem to be just walking around, they look to be sniffing the air almost. Again, they have that weird octopus, you can't see any facial features, but body language, it looks like they're just creatures trying to find any sign of prey or enemy or danger or something. They're on the lookout for sure, but they look to be just investigating.
Mentally, hey guys, I think we should hang back. Maybe if it finds one of the little people, we help out, but
They're staying are they staying among the groves, or are they venturing into where by the chambers are where the people were hiding?
Just in the grove, and this room is large enough. There's 50, 60, 70 feet between the wall and the center grove area, and the grove itself is good 80 feet around. So it's a pretty big, relatively large space.
Right.
And there's they're like I said 50, maybe 80 feet away from any of the places where you think the villagers might have hidden. Any of those little alcoves and stuff they had made and stuff like that.
Do we want to go check out the portal?
I think we do that.
we need to. Well, man, we need to find a new way up.
Maybe.
I mean, unless you want to dig your way up, that sounds dangerous.
I don't know. The sphincter's not working. I just said I hit it with a beam of energy.
Are you willing
Did
to
it look-
try it? Beep boop first?
I'll go up.
I mean, what about our little friends, man? Should we just leave them to these things?
I mean, they've been surviving since before we got here.
We warned them to hide and leave this place.
Doesn't Noose want to interact with the forest though? Isn't that why we came back?
Oh, that's right.
Man,
Yeah,
sometimes I think
I'm
you
cool
guys
with
are the
it.
high ones. I'm the sober one.
Our opportunity may have passed for.
Unless we want to fight those
plug in
things.
Noose, unless we want
I
to
look
fight
to
first.
spend the death.
Alright, if we're stealthing, Noose doesn't want to waste that. We can get upstairs.
So then we should stealth upstairs. My guess is that after that pulse of energy, these guys might go away eventually.
Eventually.
Did it seem like the thing was still usable? The thing that got blasted with the.
We don't know.
That's like, that's like such a
right.
hard thing to tell.
I guess
Like,
we
this is
probably
all
didn't
like
see it.
weird
Yeah,
alien
yeah.
biotech that's
Mhm.
like, who knows
We're
if it
just
was
hearing
just
whatever-
scared and hurt or if it was
Right.
actually damaged.
Told us.
Even if it's not, at least we go look and maybe they leave by the time we get back.
And if we look, it might draw them away from the villagers.
Yeah.
You good?
Just our power went out.
Boo.
Oh!
Good
I
catch.
watched you like almost trip on that
I
cord
know.
like 5 times on the way out. We're just like,
I
oh, the
was
foot,
so,
the foot,
like-
oh, the chair, the foot.
Sorry
So
about
weird.
that.
No worries. The party's just deciding if they want. They found those like. Did we hear for the
The
description
whole
of creatures?
thing,
Yeah. They're deciding if you guys want to go upstairs to the weird pool portal potential thing place, or if you want to go and let Noose Jack into the matrix of these trees.
Has Vitaria gotten back to us, Quilla?
I've had my. I keep checking my book as we run.
And the message was, what you send to Victoria?
Had to go to zero. Just like
We're
Tell
telling-
the leader of the Githyanki that we are at the,
Oh, yeah, at the
center,
center.
what looks to be like the base of the brainstem.
Tell him about the portal.
I'd probably say like there's
think-
layers. We might have a way up.
Below the pool, below the tadpole. Or, I don't know that's
I think I
tadpole.
would've-
Below the pool.
I can do the math on the actual wording if I need to, but I would have tried to convey.
No,
that.
no, I'm not worried about the like the number count.
Yeah.
Necessarily, just like the specific things you're trying to.
Yeah, I
communicate.
think we were trying to say where we were, what we were doing, considering going up. That we found some kind of energy bank,
Yeah.
and we were in the center.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit of time because you're writing this thing, and then like that immediately goes into Victoria's head. Is that how
Yeah,
it works?
so
And
it
then
goes
response
to
goes back into
her
your
as
book.
a message, and then
Yeah.
the response appears on my page.
Victoria, responds just in the affirmative, like, of course I will extend your questions to the Gith captain and let you know what I find. And then like the last thing is just like send me another message soon, and I will reply.
Yeah, so I'll send her just I'll send her a message that says just status, and then we may have awakened something.
Awaken.
And you guys are still like right now just like out in the tunnel that's like you can see into the grove, but
Yeah.
in the village, but you're just kind of like waiting out here and
Yeah.
okay. Like some moments go by, and you begin to see like writing form in the book again, and it says Zelfezik's team battered but ready to perform to aid in an assault.
They're not here?
Pool. No, that's not what you mean. A pool may be the heart of this place. Was there an entity inside it?
Yeah, I'll write her back and say.
Mother was bathing in the pool.
Yeah. I'll say mother was in the pool, though unsure if she's still there.
You're gonna say mother?
I don't know.
We've heard X call it mother, so we know
Yeah.
it's called mother.
Yeah, I'll probably.
The creature they call mother.
That's a lot of words. I only got 25 at a time. I
I
think I would say.
Creature called mother. That's 3 words.
Yeah. Okay.
2
Okay,
extra.
Sure. Creature called mother. Was in pool. And then I'll just say
Just put mother in all caps.
may have disrupted swim.
Nice. The response is, the pool may be our best chance at identifying where the deep mind is if it is not resting within it.
Interesting.
I don't think mother is the
The
deep mind.
captain is ready to aid your attack on the pool itself. Tell me when.
Alright.
I'll just write standby.
Yeah.
I know about the portal.
As you're approaching here, or as you're like working on that, you writing in your book again.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've moved back.
Yeah, you kind of like moved a little bit back in the tunnel, perhaps a little bit safer, a little bit farther away from like sight of those creatures or whatever. So their faces are of course covered in weird octopus.
Oh shit. Our minds are still being read. They basically know our attack plan now.
Well, Quilla's and mine are not being read.
Oh, that's right. You guys are immune. Okay, we're good.
You guys are in this tunnel, and as you're like writing on this the paper and like the book and getting this response, what are the rest of you guys doing? Keisha, Carly, can you throw a blanket on that pathetic creature?
Yep. Here we go.
Keeping watch.
Yeah, Nostrum's feeling the ground.
Yeah, aiding Nostrum for being on the lookout for mother signs.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
With advantage? Being aided by...
This is, you are removing a disadvantage by having that, so
Gotcha.
just make a flat roll.
19.
Total?
Yep.
This is good.
What's that, Ryan?
This is doing the same. Still hidden, but I'll be watching.
Yeah, give me
Yeah,
a perception check
Nazira's-
with disadvantage.
Watching the hallways.
Okay.
Still a 23.
23, wow.
22.
Plus I can roll besides the one.
That's awesome. As you're like, clearly you're focused on this book, the rest of you are like looking around for any signs of mother, or any approach in the tunnel, like any sign of these creatures wandering out, or any sound of them like changing their behaviors near the village. And no signs. Until Noose. There's a moment where like that thing that's watching you, that's like paying such close attention that you cannot shake even when you are hidden, and you can feel for a moment its focus shift away from you. And you feel that focus shift from you to Quilla. As if maybe like seeing Quilla through your eyes or something, as Quilla is, protected from some of this psychic power. And as like you like realize that like there's this like thing that's watching you and like maybe even like spying on your friends through your eyes, like you look over and you see Quilla like focus on writing the book, and like in that moment you sense the approach and you feel it in the floor of Mother coming. Quilla, the ground underneath you grows soft, and in a moment's time, Mother is coming up from beneath the ground and grabbing hold of your legs and pulling you into the flesh of the hive station.
Okay. Kick or fight or try to jump free?
You can sure try.
Alright.
This is an opposed athletics check.
Since I was kind of like knowing this was going to happen, can I whip out with my noose and try and lasso her?
Absolutely you can.
Can I do acrobatics instead of athletics to try to jump?
First grapple is opposed athletics.
Okay.
Noose. You pull out the noose, and in a moment you just flash it forward in a dexterous, just like flash of your reflexes are inhuman. It is almost before Mother's like hands reach out of this place that you're already trying to like lasso Quilla and pull her back to safety. Your rope, animate as it is, hits an invisible wall writhes against it but cannot find a way to reach your target. Mother, with advantage, rolled a 15 and a natural 20 on the grapple check.
Shit. I don't have advantage, right? Or, okay.
Okay, I can't.
You are grabbed, pulled down into the station itself. The sight, light, sound of your allies vanishes from you as the station swallows you, and you are in darkness, embraced by Mother, and you can feel her immense arms.
Dimension door back up to the surface.
This is not in that moment. And you are hit by a blinding wave of psychic energy.
Ooh.
I'd like you to give me an intelligence saving throw. You are going to be reducing your result by 6.
Does my
Mind blank.
help?
Not in this case.
Ooh.
But Mark, hold on. One willing creature you touch is immune to psychic energy. Any effect that would sense or read its emotions or read its thoughts, divination spells, or in the charmed condition. The spell even foils wish spells and spells or effects of similar power used against the target's mind to gain information about the target.
Yeah, it's a really powerful spell.
I rolled and I forgot what I was rolling because that's
This
intense.
is an intelligence saving throw, and you are
Intelligence saving
reducing the
throw.
result by 6.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, then my result is 6.
That's gonna not do it.
You feel the magic protection that you have felt the entire time you've been in this place. This shield that's protecting you from psychic energy. You feel this great fortress, this defense that has been created.
Well, no, it's not gonna help enough. There's +3 to that, but yeah, it's not gonna matter.
You feel that great bulwark of your mind undone through a back door. You feel in this moment a vibrating tone in your mind. You feel what some power, immense power that you have allowed to grow, emanating its source, this key that has unlocked your defenses, coming from the Tidebringer's rod.
Yeah.
That buzz of just thought annihilating energy burns through your mind. Your defenses fall. You are paralyzed.
Shit. Okay.
Mother takes you into the station. Moments later, Quilla, as your companions are in their moment, and it's coming up, telling us what they're going to be doing in this time. Moments later, however, you are delivered to light again. You find yourself immediately plunged into a pool of brackish, vile-smelling water. And you feel an oppressive mind say to you, "My child, you have so much more purpose to fulfill. Come to me and see your destiny." What are the rest of you guys doing?
Just hear him out.
I think it's time to carve through and give this thing something else to think about.
Yeah, I think the second I saw Quilla disappear, he pulled out the bow, broke it in two, and just started slashing and hooves kicking into the flesh, trying to chase after wherever it went.
Yeah, I think that you guys, with you especially, it is not difficult. Mother, once she has taken her prize, is moving swiftly away and up.
I think we should go up.
Up?
Destroy this pool.
To the sphincter.
I think we'll pick up next.
No!
Oh, shit. That's what I'm digging up right now.
Yeah. Dig up, you. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
is what happens when you play telephone. Everybody knows you're not supposed to turn your phone on during the flight.
Coming from Beat Boob, who just half annihilated our whole party.
That was forever ago.
That was a whole short.
It was a whole hour ago. God.
Bridge at this point.
People's a whole new person now.
Somebody holds a grudge. Jeez.
Well, this is fluid anyway.